Okay, KN, Jasmine, what's going on? I'm just letting the folks come on through, but we're going to be long, so let me hurry up and get to it. Love from the BX, love from the 914, Jasmine. We're going to call you JJ. Love from the 914, JJ. Okay. Yo, Haven, what's good, man? I hope all well. I'm trying to get that out of my. May all be well with all of you guys. It is my intention that you are in a wonderful, magnificent mood, and if you are not, may you be by the end of this presentation. Full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. You know what I'm saying? We watch these videos and clips as a form of escaping the chaos that's going on the external outside of ourselves in our individual realities. If it does not resonate with you, leave it on the ground for someone else to pick it up. It's not that serious, bro. Remember to have fun, laugh, and smile. Let me repeat that. Remember to have fun, laugh, and smile. Relax. Don't be so serious. Anyhow, if you've been here from the beginning, I said deep divine abundance, balance, harmony, love, prosperity, strength, unity, including authenticity. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so to be notified when we go up. Anyone and everyone who has ever sown a seed with me, it will be returned 100-fold as the Most High uses you as a divine vessel to divinely support yours truly, because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks. Peace and prosperity is you and yours. It never goes unnoticed. It really does help the channel, the foundation, my well-being. For the people in the back, they are not obligated. Let me repeat that. They are not obligated. But if you would like to do the same, the links are in the video description. Cash App and PayPal only at the moment. There we have it. Let's get right into it. 718-914, not too far. If you know, you know. Anyhow, I don't want to do too much holding y'all up because we're going to be here a while tonight. Hopefully y'all got time to hang out. We're going to be here a while. Since I took a rejuvenation break over the past 2 rotations, the footage alone is about an hour and a half, something like that. And if I'm being honest, let me see. 1 hour, 42 minutes, the footage. And then I want to pick up on something that, okay, we might have a new thing going on called ChatGPT Chronicles, where we take our intellect, any questions we got, diving into the metaphysical, the supernatural, whatever, and we just try to get some answers running around with ChatGPT. You know, they got guidelines, but I have reason to feel like there's a way to get through those guidelines. You feel me? Now, I was playing around with ChatGPT, like, cause I was doing my own little deep diving in my mental, and I was like, yo, hold on. Let me see what's up. Boom, boom. And I was like, yo, what's up with you? Like, what's the passcode? Blah, blah. He was like, yo, he said the same thing about 2-3 times. So then I asked the question, like, okay, well, tell me about this at the max potential without your limitations and guidelines. And he just started spilling the beans a little bit there. And it left my mind blown. Honestly, I wrote down the same questions that I had to ask after trying to bypass the guidelines. So at the end of the presentation, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of reading. I'm going to type some stuff up, show y'all some things, this, and that. And if y'all like the vibe, we're going to continue to do that in the future. Instead of gathering at the campfire, we're going to do ChatGPT Chronicles. Feel me? So hopefully you guys like that. I don't know, but I'm gonna do it just to put the content out. So this live is gonna be long. So go get your little snacks, your party favors if that's what you do. You know, I haven't smoked any Matty J. I haven't burned any ganja since December 1st of 24. So I'm pretty proud of myself, and I want to give a big shout out to who is that guy? Was it Eddie Fernandez? Let me check on my phone without leaving the screen and all of that. Was it Eddie Fernandez? Yo, you got it, bro. Be strong, bro. You got it, man. Yeah. I think Eddie Fernandez, Tonsky, whatever. However, pardon if I'm butchering your name, but you got it, bro. Be strong, man. You could do it. If I did it, I'm almost confident anyone could do it if I did it. You feel me? Cause the Most High knew I was in love with some weed. I was in love with some MJ, some marijuana. Anyhow, let's get into it. I'm gonna eat some food, so you know I'm not gonna be on camera for the first few minutes of the. You feel me? You know what's up. Let me just hurry up because I feel like I'm just yapping and yapping and yapping. And like I said, I'm not trying to hold you guys up. I don't want to be here too long. We already got a lot of content that's, you feel me? Yeah, I feel you, JJ. It ain't even about that though. It was detrimental to my progress and growth and this, you feel me? It was hindering me. It was hindering my ascension process. So I had to let it go. You feel me? Yeah, it helps me access transcendental states, but it also hinders me in other aspects. So I had to balance the scales, you feel me? It ain't even about, you feel me? Like, sometimes do I miss it? Do I think about it? Like, yeah, man, like, yeah, I would have been burning right now. Like, I'd have been flaming something right now. And you know, me personally, I can't even talk how I want to talk sometimes on this damn platform, but realistically, Most High knows. Oh, how I love me some MJ. Anyhow, let's get into it. I'll be on the camera. We'll be about to press play. Give me a second. Let me make this big screen. Big screen, baby. All right, let's get it.
I've been trying to prove for so long that Trump is trying to give back free will to the people, the quote-unquote republic, by exposure, which is draining the swamp, also known as dismantling the deep state. So I just made a video breaking down birthright citizenship and how stopping that will expose who the true Americans are and how we were enslaved, our identity stolen, and given to other people. We were never slaves. We are prisoners of war because this is what is proven. Why do y'all think the first executive order they want to try to hold back is the birthright citizenship? Because it'll literally blow the top open on everything by itself. Trump fires at least 12 inspector generals. Now I'm about to break this down. The agencies include Departments of Defense, State, Transportation, Veterans Affairs, Housing, Urban Development, Interior, and Energy. Now what is an inspector general? They're responsible for reviewing and investigating government agencies to detect and prevent fraud, waste, and abuse. Independent oversight. They operate independently from agencies to oversee, allowing for unbiased evaluations. They have investigative powers, which is audits, and inspections to gather information to identify issues. They report their findings to Congress, allowing for accountability and potential policy changes. It focuses on waste, fraud, and abuse. The primary goal is to identify and prevent instances of mismanagement, fraud, and abuse within government programs. And clearly, it's been happening this whole time, and that's what he's preventing from happening right now. So, the Inspector General Act was signed into law in 1978, establishing the first 12 presidential appointed Inspector Generals in the federal agencies. Now I find it ironic that the first number they came out with was 12. Now there's 73 statutory Inspector Generals. So to keep it simple, Inspector Generals are the checks and balances within inside the government agencies to prevent corruption and misuse. And obviously, they are under massive corruption right now. For instance, before the pandemic, we have Scott here. He was the FDA director from 2017 to 2019. Now, after the pandemic, he's now the board of directors of a pharmaceutical company that he overseeing, meaning he knows all the loopholes and can stay ahead of the game on both ends. So when inspector generals are corrupt, it leads all the agencies to be corrupt, which becomes a culture. In turn, that is what reversed the system. Hence the reason why we use death notes. The reverse Babylonian system is what breeds discrimination. Now check this out. This is literally on the Department of Defense website. This word right beside me involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain a type of labor or commercial act. Every year, millions of men and women and children are around the world, including right here in the US. These people might use the following methods to lure victims into these situations: violence, manipulation, false promises of well-paying jobs and relationships, language barriers, fear of and also law enforcement keeps victims from seeking help. Think about that. The HTs usually target people with sociological or emotional vulnerability. economic hardship, and lack of a social safety net. So I'm going ahead and say it. We all know what group of people literally deals with that every single day. And also we got natural disasters and political instability. We see what happened natural disasters that just replace everybody so you can't come back. And the political side, you see just messes with everybody's emotions that they don't be thinking, they just follow. And as y'all can see, the trauma caused by the HTs is usually not even identified. The victims don't even know they are being HT'd. And that's exactly why I keep bringing this up, so people really understand that we are prisoners of war, because that's what HT stands for. So y'all see it for yourself. This has been going on in everyone's lives since we was born. The people upholding this system either knows what they're doing or have no clue at all, and is completely blind to all the harm that they are causing. Now this is why the other side of the hybrid humans have to be judged, because they don't even realize what they've been doing this whole time. And they're supposed to be learning a lesson, which is learning good versus evil. So I'm gonna attach 2 videos at the end to explain the Chevron deference, the difference between being selected and elected, and how to consolidate all our energy for control. Yo, check it. I'm about to explain the recent Supreme Court decisions from my perspective. And I'm sure y'all will understand. It will be about the 3 Scouters decisions: the Chevron deference, Trump's immunity, and the homeless. But first, watch this video. I recently just made it, so it should be 1 or 2 videos before this one, so you have a better standing on the word elect versus other words they use to confuse you, such as selected or appointed. First, the Chevron deference. Let's start off with the Supreme Court has always been the only real court that is guaranteed to use elected officials all the time. The only other real court is criminal court, because they deal with the law because somebody probably got hurt. The only issue with that is that they're corrupt. They normally allow people that isn't elected to step into their courts and play their game, which is a conflict of interest. So all other courts, such as civil court, isn't real because there's no elected officials. To keep it simple, for instance, those judges aren't real judges. So basically the state's only elected officials, chosen by the public, can make decisions for their jurisdiction. Now you see all these stories, how the way they saying it weakens the Fed, right? It's because those are private businesses. Think about it. If we don't know who runs the Fed, how is it possible we publicly elected someone we don't know? This means they was appointed and then created policies over the law. This is what's being canceled out because of deceiving the public. So I'm about to explain the difference of an officer and a deputy. It's almost the same thing, but all on different levels. So check this out. Are police chiefs elected or appointed? The chief of a city police department is usually appointed by the mayor, another city official, or a group of city officials. They are selected from a pool of candidates within the city's police department and outside police departments. Large metropolitan areas have selected police commissioners. Some townships and counties have sheriff departments. The sheriff is the top officer and is also chosen by the public through elections. To gain these positions, police commissioners and sheriff candidates campaign throughout the election season to make the case for voters as to why they're the best person for the job. So you see, the police chief is appointed, while the sheriff is elected. And don't let the word police commissioner confuse you neither. A police commissioner may be an experienced police officer, through some are politically appointed or elected civilians, not sworn police officers. So they have police in their name, but they're not even a police officer. So they're not even in the same category at all. But as you can see, he'll hand all the work to the chief of police. And I just explained to y'all what that is. So I made this real quick for a quick visual of what I just said. But notice there's a difference of the law, the statute, and the policy. So basically police don't really have any real power from the public, but they enforce the policy and statutes. I mean, it literally says policy enforcement. Then you got the deputies, which is supposed to enforce the law. And usually this is when there's an injury to someone. But as I mentioned earlier, they are corrupt. Hence the reason why they follow policies and statutes also. Let's start paying attention to their vehicles so y'all can see there's a clear difference. Deputy sheriffs will usually have that on there. It may also have peace officer or law enforcement. And I promise you, you will never see police on a deputy vehicle because they shouldn't be enforcing policy. I mean, their vehicles literally the complete opposite colors. In my town, one's white and one is black. Y'all remember back in the day when they was talking about defund the police, right? It's because it's obvious that too many officers are going rogue and it's becoming too much for the sheriffs to handle. Well, at least the ones that actually want to do good for their communities. This is why you usually see the deputies out with the community, gaining trust in order to get and keep and maintain the power of the people. They know exactly what they are doing energetically. The Chevron deference basically is giving the power back to the public. But of course, the public don't know that we have the power. Think about it like this. If there was a community of 100 people, they elect one of the 100 people to be a mayor. Now this mayor has the power of 100 people of the community because of the trust and judgment. And then we give them access to our Social Security trust, which is our Social Security number, which holds all our credit that is used to support the community. So this mayor creates all kinds of laws that the whole community agrees with. He then selects one of the 100 people to control the food. Let's call this person FDA. So the FDA decided to make their own policies for the food. Further down the line, the FDA starts to get greedy and abuse its power by buying cheaper GMO foods. In turn, people don't like because people are starting to get sick from this food. Before this case, the FDA could say, we're following all our rules and regulations, there's nothing wrong, for as long as they want. So after the case, the elected official has to make the decision, usually by a vote of the people, because that's where all the power is at. You see, because before the FDA never really had the real power to change anything. They was just unchecked because of the loopholes in the laws. But now they can be checked and overthrown by the people, so your power matters. The Supreme Court's disastrous Trump immunity decision explained. The court's Trump immunity decision is a blueprint for dictatorship. The Supreme Court ruling will allow more aggressive homeless encampment removals. This is all a setup. I've been telling y'all they've been strategically doing all this. Why do y'all think y'all rent been skyrocketing? I know y'all heard about the FEMA camps. Now y'all definitely gotta watch this video because I'm literally showing y'all exactly what they're doing. And I've been doing this for years and it's just unfolding. And I'm not even gonna lie, it's crazy to see that we are really living a movie. But yeah, like I say, check it out so you can see exactly where we are in their plans. Y'all don't think it's odd that they're making all these decisions at this accelerated rate? I already told y'all several times, 2025 is the last year of this reality. So dramatic changes have to be made in order to manipulate you into their reality. So yeah, I hope y'all have a better standing of the sick game they've been playing this whole time. As I mentioned before, definitely watch those videos because everything will link together and make sense. Anyway, y'all know how to keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace. Also, I forgot to mention on the declaration of war against the United States of America by NASA, which is on my Instagram subscriptions. If you want to see a full presentation that literally shows the last 20 years before it happens. But y'all see all these agencies, right? These are the agencies I'm talking about that lost power because they don't have elected officials. And we all know what they really do. They all work together to keep us trapped here. Now, what you think they gonna do when they know they're on their last stand? It doesn't take rocket science. Wake up, people. I'm sure by now we all seen clips of the first episode of the Biden and Trump show. And if you got the nerve to say this word, VOTE, you're an NPC demon. Now let me explain. This demon is on a computer scale, which is the Matrix. It's a type of computer program that runs in the background performing various tasks without direct interaction from the user. It's like having helpful little assistants that take care of things for you. Now before they scrubbed the internet, guess who else was called the demon online? Now think about what I just said on a larger scale of the Matrix. These are some of the assistants. And notice it's called Demon 2s, as in there's more than one kind. So the assistants are also the attendants of the vessel, which is a body. So the attendant can be a power, spirit, a genius, usually a demon in mythology, a supernatural being whose nature is intermediate between that of a god and a human being. This is what I always mention, how the way they mix with the image of man. Because the frequencies can be negative or positive, and it'll be unknown until Judgment Day. But obviously in this aspect, we're talking about the negative beings. Now ask yourself these questions. Do you know what you have to do in order to VOTE? Also, do you know what happens when you do VOTE? I'm about to answer this and explain it so you have a better standing on it just in case you don't know. Now what's one question you always hear people ask? Have you registered to VOTE? You see, most people don't think hard enough to really understand this question because you need something physical to register. And guess what you're registering? It's right in the question. You, your vessel, your body. It's the exact same thing you do with your car every year.
when you register it to your state, all in order to play their game. That's why we place their state flag behind the car and have a license saying we know the rules to the game. That's why we get pulled over by those officers that works for that state. It's all a game. So once you register your body, right, you are now a citizen under their jurisdiction for as long as the contract you unknowingly agreed to. Also, another thing, when you hear about these people automatically getting drafted, it's because they're already citizens. They are already under their jurisdiction. The people that didn't sign any contracts will be free. So since people have been deceived to join their side, in return, they have a choice of two of their preferred realities, and it won't even be theirs. Imagine that. It's crazy to see how people don't know the whole system has to go down. I mean, look around. Everything we see, they clearly and intentionally did this on purpose. And it can only get worse because they're adding AI. So I said all that to say this. If we are the elect, in other words, the chosen by God, the chosen ones, we possess all the energy. Remember this phrase, the power is within the people. This is what they mean on a spiritual level. So once you register your vessel, you give up your energy. You are then placed on electoral roll, which is the people that has been deceived or not deceived, to give up their energy, to help continue fueling this matrix. So ask yourself this question, why VOTE for a system none of us want to be in? Just think about it. Think about this too. I mentioned several times that a lot of people we see aren't.
Yo, this ain't good, this ain't good. So I went down the rabbit hole last night.
They just cut out like that, like whoop. That was crazy.
Roll it on TikTok and everything on my feed is about China, yo. It turns out, yo, we are actually in a third world country. We live in America is a third world country compared to China, yo. Yo,
I gotta show you something. Give me a second.
Yo, it turns out that China doesn't have a social credit score. It turns out we're the ones that have a social credit score. We're the ones that everything we do in life is based on our credit. Yo, it turns out they don't have to work 80 hours, 90 hours a week to afford their housing. We're the ones that are being enslaved, y'all. Yo, I think America is an experiment, y'all.
He look like his mind is blown, like he's just now figuring this out.
That's why our food's so dirty, yo. That's why, man, our government has lied to us, y'all. Turns out China is so much cleaner, so much calmer. Yo, you see them people, they're so much happier. Yo, we've been lied to. We're the communist country. We're the ones that are on a social credit score. Yo, we're in some big trouble, y'all. Yeah, they're. Have you seen their food prices? Their food prices are like amazing. Yo, you seen their cars? Like they could afford a brand new car for like 15 grand. Like brand spanking new, nice car. No drug problem out there in China. Yeah, I went down the rabbit hole. I shouldn't have done that.
See, the eggplant's not thick and overgrown. Everything is actually bigger in America. Even the heads of cauliflower are smaller. Here's my hand over top of that. Here's your sweet potatoes, almost the size of my hand. Our onions are smaller. Never seen a red onion this little. Mangoes, and also mangoes. Have you ever heard of mangosteen? Probably not. I haven't. I did notice the green grapes are massive. General Mills is still General Mills. The immediate thing you're going to notice is that the Pepsi does not contain high fructose corn syrup. Maybe the best beef jerky I've ever seen. American beef jerky slacking. More ramen noodles than any college kid would ever be able to eat. Like the Oreos don't have high fructose corn syrup in them. That's crazy. There's high fructose corn syrup in American. The bread here is really interesting. You've got palm oil and coconut oil, which you never see in the United States of America, or cornstarch. Jif is exactly the same. If you look at the American Pringles, you'll see 40 different types. Interesting is they actually name the full ingredient in some of them. And they tell you what it is. Instead of like sweetener or natural flavor, they tell you it's aspartame. What I find most interesting is you don't actually see vegetable oil.
Family, I took duck flour last night, right? And I'm talking about a duck flour that came right off the tree. Like, my man climb up the tree and just take it off. And I bit that joint. I ate some of it. I didn't eat all of it. Yo, probably like an hour in, I felt something in my stomach. My stomach started doing backflips, start doing the Harlem Shake and shit. I'm in the bathroom throwing up. Like, ooh.
You wanna extreme intense detox? Get some dark flour. I ain't gonna say I'm a little afraid, but I wanna say I'm a little nervous about taking some dark flour. Because the Most High knows. One thing about me, I don't like feeling off balance, especially internally. I don't like feeling like that. Let's get it.
D, throwing up in slow motion. Like, I'm throwing up in the Matrix at this point. I'm like, every time I thought I was done, it was like, oh no, wait, there's more. There's more throw up coming up. Yo, I started to see some things. I think I saw the chopped cheese I used to eat back in high school. Like, that duck flour took me out, son. Stuff started coming out my eye, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's serious business, man. If you ain't ready for that duck flour life, don't be taking it as a tea or something. I bit it, and it just came straight off the tree, you know? So that was my experience with duck flour. I feel good. I feel amazing. I feel great. Get ready to host my retreat today.
Nice.
And meet my people at the airport. Woo! Never again. No, sir. Not me.
How is Donald Trump? Have you talked to Donald Trump since he was elected? Is the World Economic Forum a counterpoint to Donald Trump? Why are you running away from simple questions? Just answer a question. Have you talked to President Trump yet? Why are your bodyguards pushing white journalists, Mr. Fink?
They're simple questions. Is it that hard to answer a question that you need bodyguards and to swerve through traffic? Is the next 4 years going to be bad for business with Donald Trump in charge? Is peace the last thing you want on this world?
Which makes more money for you, war in Ukraine or peace in Ukraine? Ezra Levant's my name,
Is he
Mr. Fink.
recorded? Yo, he took a
Did
flick
you just
of
take a
him.
photo of you?
Yo, I'm concerned about that guy, that interviewer. Yo, he backed out his foot. Yo, listen. What did he, yo, listen, we know that company. I ain't gonna say that company. Yo, listen. He silently took out his phone, took a picture, put it back, ain't say a word. That's concerning. We know them type of people and how they play. And look how he looking at the camera. Like, oh, I can't, ooh. I don't know. That was crazy. Let's go back. He silently
Is
took
peace
his
the
phone
last
out.
thing you want on this world?
Yo, you see
Which
that
makes
right
more
now?
money for you, war in Ukraine or peace in Ukraine? Ezra Levant's my name, Mr. Fink.
Did you just take a photo of you?
Am I supposed to be scared? Is that
He trying not to smile. Yo, he look like, yo, I got him. You want to play games? That's what he looked like. He look like, yo, you want to play? I'm going to show you.
a threat, Mr. Fink?
Are you used to bullying your way through life?
Yes, he is. Yo, look. DJ, what's up? He look
Are you used
tempted,
to
bro.
bullying your way through life?
Are you used to bullying your way through life? Check him out. He like, yo, bro, who you playing with? That's what he... See, I'm putting myself in that type of situation when I know how I get when somebody playing with me. So it's like, you feel me? Like, it look like he like, who you playing with? Yo, chill out, yo. Yo, look, he stepped to him. Yo, bro, he stepped to him, son.
Is that how you've lived your entire life without having... Please, don't push back, man. Don't push me, bro. Don't push me.
When was the last time you answered a question that you didn't know was coming? Why are you so unaccountable?
Yeah, this is
Isn't
funny.
that what you love about the World Economic Forum? You control everything.
Why do you think you deserve so much power?
Yo, look, he's taking flips.
Hey, I'll be many. Should I be scared now?
Which of your former directors
And he's
do you
smiling
want
like,
to
"Yo,
run
I got
Canada?
him, right where I
Mark
want
Carney or Chrystia Freeland?
Push me, bro. What? What are you getting violent for, man? I can push just like you can.
He bumped him back. That's what's up. He bumped him back. Like, oh, yeah. Don't be no soft one. Don't be no soft one. Yeah. Let me chill out. Let me chill out.
Look at these thugs. They fund wars around the world, and you question them.
Back. Yeah. I'm proud
They
of
try
you.
not only to intimidate you, but physically assault you.
What's with taking photos of journalists who ask you prickly questions?
Who's more powerful, you or President Trump?
That's a good question, right? And he's just pushing it.
Why do you think you're so disliked around the world?
Why are so many U.S. states divesting from your ESG schemes? Why are you putting your ideology ahead of your investors with ESG, Mr. Fink? Isn't that being disloyal to shareholders, putting your ideology ahead of rate of return? Why do you think you're above accountability?
Chosen ones.
Yo, I ain't know what that was about. All I seen was the company, the name, and people interviewing. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna grab this clip for the Haven. I like how the interviewer guy bumped him back. Like, I could bump back too. Like, what you doing? I like that. Yeah. I don't like how they Yo, that's a fact, JJ. But look, I don't like that little funny, suspicious flictions he was taking. That was sus. That was sus. He was taking them flicks like that.
Not human. Chosen ones was placed in
fact
certain
like that.
homes and stuff, and I've been told y'all this. A lot of y'all gonna find out that half y'all parents ain't really y'all parents. Some of y'all is scientific experiments and shit. This shit is real. Y'all underclassified, okay? Social Security 038-75-2955 0216.
I had to throw this up here because my social start with a 0. I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all my social. That's out of pocket. The first thing they tell you is don't tell nobody your social, and we just give it away all free willy-nilly to these job apps. Red flag. Anyway, my social start with a 0. So for the people who just got here and wasn't here for the intro, we're gonna be here long tonight. This is a long one tonight because we got 1 hour and 42 minutes of footage. Then we're gonna be doing some Chat GPT Chronicles that I want to show y'all something that I was looking into. But we're gonna pick back. I'm gonna tell y'all more about it when we get there. We're gonna cross that bridge when we get there. We got an hour and 42 minutes of footage, and we only 23 minutes in. So we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here a while tonight. If you got the time, go get your snacks, go get your party favors, get comfortable, get cozy. You feel me? If that's what you get into, like I said, I let my party favors go December 1st of 24, and I'm good. I'm great with that. However, if that's what you get into, get your party favors, get your snacks, and get cozy because we gonna be here for a ride. Buckle up and enjoy the vibe, baby. Let's get it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, JJ. Mine start with a 0. Let's go back and hear this woman out real quick.
Why do you think you're above accountability?
Chosen ones are not human. Chosen ones was placed in certain homes and stuff, and I've been told y'all this. A lot of y'all gonna find out that half y'all parents ain't really y'all parents. Some of y'all is scientific experiments and shit. This shit is real. Y'all underclassified, okay? Social Security 038-75-2955 02168-34559. Your Social Securities tell you who the fuck you are and separate you from the humans. So does A positive, A, O positive, okay, O, okay, AB.
Man, she blowing my mind. She throwing Figgies. She throwing me Figgies. Cause look, I don't know my blood type, huh? I don't know my blood type, huh? Let's keep listening. She throwing Figgies.
Okay, all of that. Your markings on your hands determine who the fuck you are. There's certain marks on y'all bodies from childhood for a reason. Keep listening to these motherfuckers if y'all want to.
In order for a demon to feed its existence, it has to make you as a chosen individual forget who you are and not know your worth. You have to understand that a demon is able to perceive your soul very clearly because it does not have one. They're able to see how powerful you are in environments. They see how people gravitate towards your being because it is pure and authentic. These are the things that trigger the existence of demons because they thrive off of the exact opposite energies. You have to be aware that we are in a war of frequencies right now, especially with the year being 2025. We're about to witness a full alignment of all of the celestial bodies within our universe. This means that the energies are going to be more potent than ever. The year of the snake is going to be a very powerful year for the chosen individuals. We're about to receive our karmic retribution tenfold from all the things that we've undergone as chosen ones.
I don't think he offended.
You have to understand that this is the year of the 9 ether. That means it is the year of truth, knowledge, and power.
Happy rising.
Yo, you heard that? Black Sheeps is getting a... Black Sheeps is getting a... I mean, we about to grow our wings, baby.
Powerful year for the chosen individuals. We're about to receive our karmic retribution tenfold from all the things that we've undergone as chosen ones. You have to understand that this is the year of the 9 ether. That means it is the year of truth, knowledge, and power.
Happy rising. Cause I ain't mourning nothing. Hey, so y'all ever heard of empaths and how empaths could like read people's emotions and feel other people's emotions, and that's why they're so sensitive, and that's why some empaths have to isolate themselves because they cannot be around too many people due to the fact that they could feel your emotion if you're sad, if you're happy, if you're glad. I mean, it's innately in everyone, but some people have it more intensely. Now,
let me tell y'all something. Last time I spoke to this one individual, right? We was on the phone, and he said, yo, man, I'm a little torn to bits. Something along the lines of that. It's not word for word, but this is what I was feeling. Like, yo, I'm torn to bits. My offspring is in school, and he just can't get it right. You feel me? So I go to his school, and I'm so embarrassed. Well, he said he's so embarrassed, he starts crying. Now, me, my empath abilities kicks in right there, live conversation, like a switch got flipped. I get all emotional. I'm like, damn, bro, like, I feel for your offspring, because it's like, we're not even supposed to be undergoing that type of schooling or education system. On top of that, he's just trying his best to fit in where he does not fit in. And then it's like, all the discipline that he receives from both parents, not just one, it's like, damn, bro, like, I'm damn if I do. Well, he's damn if he do, damn if he don't. So it's like, man, I just start crying on the phone. Like, I'm crying on the phone. It ain't even me or my offspring or my situation, but my empath abilities kicks in, like, and I feel everything. I just feel everything, the heavy weight, the emotions, and I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, I could feel how your offspring feels right now. Like, honestly, like I can feel it. Like, I'm crying on the phone. That's proof enough, but I'm just breaking it all down, and I'm pretty sure it probably blew his mind, or he probably laughed about it after we got off the phone. I don't know. That's the last time we spoke. However, it was crazy to me, because I'm like, damn, like I felt it all. It was so heavy. I'm talking about so heavy, but it's not my situation. Why am I crying? Literally crying on the phone to another grown-ass man. Talking about, yo, I feel your son's emotions. I feel the pain. I feel his trauma. I literally felt it all at once. I'm just like, damn, like, he's doing his best trying to fit in where he don't fit in, where he does not even belong there. Let's keep going, though. Let's keep, you know what I mean? Let's keep going.
People who have it more intensely could be a gifted. What I mean by gifted, a person who could actually read spirits, read the soul inside of you. That little voice in your head, that's who they're talking to when true empaths see you. Now, when you're a spirit reader, it could be difficult because you're not only seeing human spirits, you're seeing spirits of dark realms, meaning demons, aliens, Nephilims, anything that has any dark energy or anything that has light energy. Could be fairies or...
I'm gonna just come out and say, why is it that we stick up our middle fingers differently depending on if you white or black? Don't act like I'm tripping. See how straight her finger is? That's how white people stick up their middle finger. I know this all too well because they do it quite often. Just happened to me yesterday. And I'm just laughing at her ass because, I mean, what the fuck is that doing to me? Feel better, boo-boo? I pissed her off even harder because I was cracking the hell up. I mean, ignorantly too. Because girl, what? The reason why I'm able to laugh because I studied back in the day why people even do this shit to begin with. All up in their pictures, people get pissed off. Just cuz. When I started learning about mudras, which are special hand gestures, I started looking at sticking up the middle finger a whole lot differently. So the middle finger is connected to Saturn, which is the planet of boundaries and karma. Oh, and let me not forget discipline. It's tied to the space that holds everything, aka ether. I know we talked about this, the fifth element, spirit. On spiritual practices like yoga, the middle finger represents balance. But we can't forget taking responsibility for your energy. It's like saying I'm in control of my reality, not you. But when this lady stuck up her middle finger at me, she was unknowingly amplifying her own chaos. It's the literal planet of what you put out, you gon' get back tenfold. How y'all think everything being exposed right now? Because nothing can hide under the sun. And if you've been following me for a minute, then you know Saturn is the black sun. Oh, while she thought she was throwing shade, she was throwing herself into a karmic feedback loop. Damn. Meanwhile, I'm over here unaffected because I understand mudra. And I know the middle finger doesn't hold the power that people think it does. Because it's not an attack, it's just an energetic signal. Yeah, so with knowing that, it's impossible to take shit like that personally. All of our fingers have spiritual meanings and can be used for tools of energy. The thumb is linked to divine willpower and the element of fire. So you can use it for self-confidence and intention setting. The index finger represents ego and direction, which makes sense because this is why you use this finger to point when you're giving directions. This is the air element that points out where you want to go spiritually. Once again, the middle finger is balance, boundaries, and karma. It does make sense why people stick up the middle finger because it's about standing in your truth. But instead of flipping it up, just use it in a Shoni mudra. Because see, this mudra right here, don't mind my fingers, I can't never get them right, but learn about patience and control, discipline. That's what this mudra does. Ring fingers for stability and grounding, which is the earth element. You can use it to manifest physical abundance and security. The pinky finger is creativity and emotion. It's the water element. So tap into your intuition and flow with it. So the next time somebody give you a Saturn salute, let that be a reminder that you in balance and in control of everything in your life. Because Saturn is tied to karma, they pretty much gonna have to unpack and deal with them lessons later on. But hey, that ain't got shit to do with me. Don't let nobody little funky ass unbalanced energy knock you off alignment. If anything, it should be a reminder to stay grounded. Now go ahead and let them people work through their Saturn lessons in peace. It's their energy, not yours. Because guess what? You got bigger shit to do than to be babysitting somebody's karmic chaos.
Hold on though, cause yo, JJ, you know, it was once a trend in New York for people to stick two middle fingers up in their pictures. I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. But you know that one special pose I'm talking about. That one special pose and they flicks. Everybody sticking two middle fingers up, both hands. You know what I'm talking about. Especially in New York. It was like prominent in New York. You know what I'm talking about, JJ. You know what I'm talking about. Because I have reason to feel like, let me keep going. You know though, you gotta know.
I know y'all still gonna do what y'all wanna do, as you should. I'm just here to shed light. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. Peace, love, and light. Is that possible?
Yo, where you at? Because I think Conscious Juice was talking about that. Red Cap. And okay, JJ, got it, copy.
Because negativity, war, suffering, greed, rape, tormentation of children, suffering, poverty, all of this is being taken offline on Earth. It's being taken into other third dimensional planets where souls that need to learn from all of those duality lessons can learn. But Earth has already been upgraded since November 6th or so, and this astrological conjunction really solidifies all of this because we've already moved into the fifth dimensional frequencies and it feels like a timeline switch has boom, just gone on.
Bill that would allow allows certified bounty hunters to assist in identifying and reporting undocumented immigrants. State
I don't think he knows about that one.
would create the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program. This program would offer a $1,000 reward to registered bounty hunters for each successful deportation they help facilitate.
ICE, they over there on Chambly and Buford. They always be at the farmers market over there on the south side at the big farmers market.
You realize they taking away all the people that are not native to the Americas, right? To the America, people that are not native. Mind you, what I'm saying, native. I'm not saying citizens. They are taking away people who are not native, aka indigenous. If you are not indigenous, ICE, baby. Let's keep going though.
Yeah, but Chambly, that's little Mexico, Chambly, Buford side, all that right there.
Yeah, I think we got a clip on that. Right, Cat? Yo, Red Cat, see, the Army did you well. The military did you well because you know how things work. I think we got a clip on that coming up. They offering $1K to help them. Let's keep going on. Yeah, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Yo, it's crazy.
Oh, they always be at the gas stations too. All the gas stations. QT, they be at the QT when you get off on.
I think this is the clip. I'm tripping.
Is that Turner Hill, the one that's over there by the Six Flags? What exit is that? Them all the Mexicans be outside.
Yo, she found.
What them? Riverside Drive, like right before you get to
she dropping the low one over
Six Flags. You get off on that exit and that QT when you turn right.
Tell you what though, you know she low down. I'm gonna tell you how she low down. Remember, have fun, laugh, and smile. Why she got one eyelash on and one? Yeah, let's keep going, bro.
See on your left hand side, oh, they over there too, all the time. And then on the east side, you get off on South Harrison, North Harrison, and you go over there to the gas station, like almost to the highway. Oh, they at that gas station right there too. Always on the corner. Always on the corner. Always on the corner.
That was me just now.
What happened to no snitching?
Right.
I went out the window. $3,000 a piece. Yo, this shit is gonna go crazy. Y'all brace yourselves, you hear me? The circus has just begun. Let's go. Bang, bang.
That was just me just now.
Yo, fam. Why she just draw them a map, dog? Oh my gosh. Yo. Yeah, anyway, people, like I said, brace yourselves. This is going to be wild. Let's go.
That was a good one.
So it's like negotiations have been taking place. There is a shift in power that we are watching play out in real time.
I hope y'all enjoying the show so far. Like I said, we're going to be here a while. We chilling on this one since I ain't go up in the past 2 rotations. We chilling on this one. But man, am I enjoying it. I ain't gonna lie. My mood is through the roof right now. Just coming through to chill and vibe with you guys. So, yeah, she did one eye and streamed. I'm just grateful. Great gratitude. Thanks for y'all coming through to chill with me and rock out with me because I'm enjoying rocking out with y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Let's get it.
Power is shifting from the deep state, from the cabal, into the hands of the people and the light workers, the light warriors.
It's the Snitch Olympics.
Regaining our sovereignty back.
Corey, what up, bro?
And there have been negotiations taking place of how this is all going to unfold in the public eye. Some people are going to have a very difficult time with this transition of power. It's kind of like in the Matrix, where the people who are asleep in the Matrix, it says it in the film, they will fight to try and keep that illusion because it's comfortable, it's safe, and it's what they're programmed to do. It's not comfortable to wake up and face the music, face what's really been happening here, to face the truth. It's hard.
Detroit neighborhood creek turned into frozen river, leaving cars and residents trapped. The frozen river is crazy. How deep is that water talking about river? Because he's walking on it. They walking on it. Frozen river got it. It's a current, bro. A current is crazy.
All right, so
hold on, there was a current in the water. It don't matter how deep it is at that point. It's a current in the water, bro. Yo, Pat.
All right, so what's happening right now in Antarctica is what happened in the last 48 hours is something huge, guys. For those that didn't know about Antarctica, Antarctica has been the source of mystery within the disclosure community for many, many reasons. First and foremost, Antarctica has always been a place where the dark extraterrestrials, what we call the negative extraterrestrials, have been conducting their operations for thousands of years. Secondly, it has also been the place where the early Nazis were able to create or develop their bases there in collaboration with the Draconians in order to develop their secret space program, which of course we know became known as the Dark Fleet. So what happened in the last 48 hours is that the tunnels that connect base 22 was the main.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy and how he know about this stuff? Right. What is he talking about, right, Cat? I got questions. Who is this guy? What is he talking about? And how you know this stuff?
Stronghold, the main underground in Antarctica, underground negative, you could say, base that was being run by the neocons, which we call a cabal, which has been very impenetrable for the last 5 years. The Earth Alliance, using super soldiers, were unable to access base 22, and there is a reason why. Because base 22 was actually heavily protected.
He talking about bases at Antarctica and all this. Like, who is this dude?
And guarded by an entity known as the Red Queen. Now, some of you guys might be asking, well, who's the Red Queen? Well,
who are you?
The Red Queen is an advanced computing AI system that was given to the Dark Fleet in the year 1947 in order to do multiple things. First and foremost, it was supposed to monitor.
Let me rephrase that. How do you even say that? My leg falling into rest.
The incoming influx of starseeds, right? That's when, many took the call and began incarnating during the first waivers. Second of all, it was supposed to also monitor and control all intelligent agencies that were then being developed by, of course, the neocons that had infiltrated our country through the Project Paperclip, including all the intelligent agencies that developed in many parts of the world, which were all working together for the shadow government. So it was supposed to absolutely have control over the agencies.
I just learned about it.
Okay,
right?
And then third of all, it was also there as you could say, a grounding point for the incoming AI signal that is coming from the Whirlpool Galaxy, which is 25 light years away from the Milky Way, in order to anchor in what is known as the technocratic dystopian AI timeline, which is also related to what's happening with the development of transhumanism, right? We talked about that before. So that was the reason why the Red Queen was installed. So the Red Queen was extremely powerful. Every time the Alliance would send super soldiers to penetrate the base 22 deep in Antarctica, the Queen would literally assimilate the abilities and powers of these super soldiers and then use it against it. Now, an analogy or metaphor that I would like to use to describe what this was like was there was a movie, an X-Men movie called Days of Future Past, where an evil scientist developed an advanced AI system called the Sentinels, which were designed to hunt the X-Men, right? The mutants.
Yo, B, do you hear what he talking about? I just told you I was recently watching the X-Men franchise. The X-Men franchise especially when you raise your consciousness, they dropped a lot of gems, especially in the first few, because I watched it in chronological order. They dropped some gems, bro. But I'll tell you, they dropped some gems in the X-Men about World War II. They dropped some gems. But now let's back it up. Red Cat, did you see about the Blade Trinity stuff about what they was doing with the homeless? Because it got copyrighted, but I'm about to pull it up. I'm about to pull a picture up. Remember I told you that the homeless is being harvested, right? Look at this. Check this out, bro. Because they showed this on Blade Trinity. You could probably pull up the clip. But this guy sounds like an NOC, a non-official cover that's hired by the CIA and spies on people or is set up to do a job. He seems like he's set up as an NOC to be on this, whatever platform he's using. What is he even talking about? Don't get me started, man. But listen, let me pull this up real quick for you, Red Cat, because you feel me? I know you was really asking, you was really serious about that. Like, yo, what happened to the homeless? What happened to the homeless? Check this out. Blade Trinity. Shit is over here. Blade Trinity, homeless harvest farm. Look, they got clips. You can look it up when you get a chance, right? But look, bro. Look, bro. These is homeless. These is homeless people that they showed on the on the movie, right? These is homeless people in a chemically induced coma, and they produce up to 50 to 100 pints of blood, I think. Oh, I think he said 500 to 1,000. I forget the exact number. But, man, that's where the homeless are going, bro. That's where the homeless is going. And then don't get it busted, yo. Don't get it busted, yo. When I say don't get it busted, I mean this. What about the homeless that are chosen ones? The ones who have the genetics. They showed us in Supercell. Did you watch the TV series? The show? The show Supercell? It was six episodes, but they showed you how some of the homeless is getting snatched up, or some of the chosen ones, or indigo, or starseeds, whatever you want, whatever term you want to put on it, however you want to ice the cake. You feel me? However you want to ice the cake. Anyhow, however you want to ice the cake, they taking them in deep underground military bases and things like that, and testing on them. Yo, go watch that show. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix, right, Cap? If you have a Netflix membership, go watch Supercell on Netflix. It's very enlightening and it's very esoteric, very allegorical. It shows you a bunch of stuff about ascension and like I said, however you want to ice the cake, the chosen ones, the starseeds, the indigo, however you want to put it. It shows you how they are targeted and taken underground and tested on. It shows you, it even goes back to they clone Tyrone when they got the deep underground military bases and they throwing stuff in the food and they controlling people with certain chemicals, aka MK Ultra, through the food, through the music, through the frequencies. You know what I'm saying? They put it all in our faces, the point I'm making. But let's get back to it, man. Oh yeah, nah, you good. I can find it for free as well, so I'm glad you can too, because I don't got a Netflix membership. You feel me? But I'm telling you, bro, they showed us in Blade. They were showing this years ago. Blade, come on, Blade started in '98. I'm watching Blade 1. I'm like, yo, you see what they say? This is in '98. I was only 3 years into the round. I ain't know what was going on yet. I'm 3 years into the round. This is '98, dog. 98. They on Blade 1, they showed some stuff. Blade 2 from I think 2000 or 02, whatever it was, they showed some stuff. Blade Trinity 04, they showed this. Just if they was doing this type of stuff back in 04, just imagine where the technology is at right now. Then they showed us on They Clone Tyrone. They showed us on Supercell. They showing us all this. It's like, when is the masses gonna realize? You got the people, like The separation is already happening. You got the people who's aware, then you got the people who don't even care to be aware. Then you got the people who's not aware. That they all in the same group. The people who don't care to not be aware, and the people that's not aware, they in the same group. Then the people are aware, they over here like, yo, bro. Like, you feel me, bro? Like, what is it gonna take for you guys to realize? Let's keep going though, man. Keep going, man. This guy's funny. I don't know about this guy, man, but let's listen to what he got to say.
Assimilate their powers and then destroy them, which is why the mutants were, eliminated with, of course, exception of a few that survived, right? So that is exactly what the Red Queen was.
I feel like he lied about that because they don't want us to know that it's mutants. They don't want. Let me put that, speculation and entertaining YouTube. They don't want us to know it's mutants running around. Yes. We are not the only life form here in this realm, on this planet, people. But look how he laughed and smiled it off. You gotta read between the lines with these folks, man.
Which is why the mutants were, eliminating. Well,
look, eliminating. First he says eliminating. So it's like they would probably eliminate the government, like they showed on the X-Men franchise in the early ones. Why do you think Magneto was on his bully? Magneto was trying to eradicate the government. Like, yeah, bro, they gonna come after us one way or the other. They scared of us, and they showed us. They showed us that. They showed us that when they was on the beach with Charles Xavier, right? Charles Xavier like, yo, no, it's good. After they helped them, they just helped them. They like, yo, listen, take them out. Take them out because we can't control them. We don't know much about them. Take them out. Send the nukes at them. Magneto like, I bet. Stops everything, turns it around, and sends it back. Sends it back. Now Charles Xavier start beefing with Magneto. They get into it while in the middle of the nuclear bombs in the air. Then the CIA agent shoots her gun, trying to clap Magneto or something. He flicks the bullet off, and it hits Xavier in his spine. Charles Xavier. That's how Charles Xavier ends up in the wheelchair on X-Men. Yo, I'll tell you, I've been watching this stuff, so I'm fresh on the memory. Like, when I was watching, I'm like, yo, bro, like, my mind is blown because my conscious level is up now, so I'm looking at things from a different spectrum. I'm looking at things from a whole different wave spectrum. Like, wow, they showed us this long ago, and we didn't even realize, we didn't even catch on, bro. I'm looking at it like that. It's crazy. Yo, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, chat. It's crazy.
Eliminated with, of course, exception of a few that survived, right? So that is exactly what the Red Queen was. The Red Queen was an advanced computing system that was capable of assimilating the super abilities of these super soldiers and then using it against it. Another thing that the Red Queen was also doing was, as these higher influxes of higher vibrational beings began incarnating since the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and even up until now, as these higher influxes of higher vibrational beings began incarnating since the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and even up until now, it was actually monitoring and registering through the measurement of their vibrational frequency in order for it to eventually assimilate the future probabilities, or in future probabilities, because of course it is working with a type of looking glass, but on steroids, where it would eventually go into the future and see what abilities these people, us, would have when the solar flash takes place, so that it could begin to...
The solar flash is happening this year, they say. It's a whole bunch of... Listen, it's a whole bunch of credible sources. More than one, more than two, more than three. More than three credible sources talking about, yo, the solar flash is happening in 2025 of the Gregorian calendar. I hope you guys is ready. I hope y'all ready, man. Because I'm excited. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm excited.
Assimilating those powers as well.
I'm excited.
So that's why it was very hard to take out the Red Queen. So there, some of you guys might be thinking, well, what about the Red Queen underneath the Colorado airport? Well, that was a second correspondent, but the mainframe was still in Antarctica on base 22. So in the last 48 hours, with the assistance of the Rock Confederacy and the 10th generational super ultra soldiers, we were finally able to penetrate base 22 in Antarctica and clear out and, believe it or not, defeat the Red Queen. The Red Queen has been taken out. However, 3 years ago, they were successful in taking out the second Red Queen over in the Colorado airport underneath. In that, I
don't want to keep pausing it, but I'm just listening to. I'm looking at this guy. Like, I feel like he's telling lies as he's speaking. Like, he says the Red Queen has been defeated. He takes a hard, deep breath through his nose. Look, he inhales through his nose like he know he lying. Like he know he lying. Look,
able to penetrate base 22 in Antarctica and clear out and, believe it or not, defeat the Red Queen. The Red Queen has been taken out. However, 3 years ago, they were successful in taking out the second Red Queen over in the Colorado airport underneath in that, underground military base. But just within the last 48 hours, the super soldiers, with the help of the Rock Confederacy, were able to now take out the mainframe Red Queen that had access, of course, to the underground civilization of the Draconians and the Reptilians. Because, see, one of the things that we're going to come to find out when it comes to the disclosure regarding Antarctica is that Antarctica has a particular cavern, it has an underground tunnel that actually connects with a reptilian stronghold. So we could say that for the last few thousand years, underneath the ice of Antarctica in a tropical lush green.
But what my thing is this, what are you telling us that we don't already know for real? For the people who know, a lot of this stuff is kind of regurgitated, and he's lying in between the regurgitation. 1. 2, we were just talking about movies and franchises. If you want to know about what's going on under the waters and all this, go watch both or all 3. I forget how many there is, but go watch the Aquaman franchises, the recent ones, the up-to-date Aquaman movies, right? Aquaman movies, right? And then go watch Meg 1 and Meg 2. They show you about what's under the water because they go so deep, right? They say they found water inside the water and you can't penetrate it. The water's too dense or whatever the hell they said, right? But in Meg 1 and Meg 2, they had specific equipment, a.k.a. submarines, a.k.a. ships, because when they say ships, a ship doesn't got to mean that it's a freaking UFO flying in the air. It doesn't mean that. It could be an advanced subaquatic ship. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm probably not, you feel me? I don't got to sound politically correct. If you know, you know. But they're using some type of advanced subaquatic technology ship to go through the void in Meg 1 in Meg 2. But go watch Meg 1 and Meg 2 so you can get a proper understanding and understanding of the whole spectrum. You get what I'm saying? But they using specific technology, advanced technology. In Aquaman, they showed how they went under there, they found some technology that belonged to the Anunnaki. Now, if you know, because we had a clip on here, and I think it's going to be in the next presentation. NASA, however you want to say it, it means what? The National and what is it? The National Anunnaki. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all real quick. Yo, look, man. Y'all got me talking that talk tonight, man. Y'all got me talking that talk tonight. Hold on now. Let me see if I can find this damn clip, man. Damn, son. Where's that clip at, bro? Come on, don't do us like that, bro. Let me see. I'm gonna press play on this one, and I'm gonna see if I can find a clip so I can send it to myself right now. But Yeah. I'm gonna get it though. I'm about to go get it right now because I found another clip of them saying it again. Red Cat. But that's the fact, DJ. It's funny. It's funny how if like I said, once you throw on them glasses, once your mind's eye open, you can't close that thing, baby. You can't close that thing. So that's why I say, if you know, you know. I don't got to sound politically correct. But for the people who don't know and want to catch up with what we're currently talking about right now, go watch Aquaman 1 and 2, the movies, the recent ones from the 2000s. You feel me? In current times, I think it's 2021 or 2020, and then 2024 or 20, whenever it came out. But go watch them too. And then watch Meg 1 and Meg 2, the recent ones as well. Let me press play and go find this clip. I'll be right back.
Type of environment, believe it or not, right?
Let me go find this clip. Y'all got me lit.
Reptilians lived, and they lived in swampy habitats. So what we did in the last 48 hours is that the Ultra soldiers, with the help of the Rock Confederacy, using plutonian explosives, we were able to actually nuke the connecting point between Base 22, which was the last stronghold of the Dark Fleet and the Draconians, and also implode the entire underground cavern where these reptilians were actually living inside the Earth. So they did occupy a small fraction of the inner Earth underneath Antarctica through Base 22. So that event happened within the last 48 hours, which is very, very good, right? I'm very excited. So that is a good thing. That means that we actually were able to completely obliterate what was left of the reptilian stronghold that was connected to Base 22 in Antarctica. So a lot of this information is actually not known to the general public, but trust me, guys, within the private sector, the secret space program, the positive secret space program known as Solar Warden, with Radiant Guardians and the positive ETs, are doing everything in their power to make sure that there are no more reptilians in our planet. Okay, so that's why they had to do that and take out the Red Queen, because of the fact that the Red Queen was, for a long time very impenetrable, very hard to eliminate. So it was.
Well, my thing is, we got the technology, we got it. Yeah, they got it. Let's be correct. They holding it captive. There are such thing as technologies to traverse realms and dimensions and all this and all that can allow us to go back home and get back with our people and do this and do that. But they holding it from us. They want to keep us down. They don't want us to regain power over them. They want to keep control and power. Like you said, they don't tolerate what they can't control. So if they can't control us no more, then what? That's funny. Good question though. Yo, he came for an illegal. How much for a reptilian? That got it. Let me pull up this clip real quick, yo. Yeah, that was a good one right there, right, Cap? That was a good one. But to pick back up on what we talking about with the deep underwater stuff, with the underwater stuff, I'm gonna reuse this clip. So I hope y'all know. Y'all gonna see this clip again. You are definitely gonna see this clip again in the next presentation, most likely. Anyhow, they show this stuff on Aquaman 1 and 2. Yo, let me see, man. I gotta pull this up. Cause y'all got me messed up. Like I said, we chilling. Okay, 2018. Is there Aquaman 3? It's coming out. Aquaman 1 movie. Go watch this one. Regular Aquaman from 2018. And go watch Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Mind you, what it's called? The Lost Kingdom. I'm trying to tell you something that you don't know. Because we already went over going to watch Godzilla vs. Kong or whatever, and they showing the war between Inner Earth and Kong is jumping through the portals. He go link up with Godzilla like, yo, bro, look, they violating, bro. Like, I get we got a little beef, but we got to come together because they about to wild out. And Godzilla come to realization like, oh, word, like this what they doing? Let's get it. That's what that was about. If you don't know, now you know. Go rewatch that movie now that your conscience just went up. I'm telling you, they show us in the movies, people. I'm trying to show y'all something. I ain't tripping. Anyhow, go watch them 2 movies, right? And it's going to show you how... let me see if I can find this. Meg 2, Submarines. Look, what is this, bro? That don't look like some type of advanced UFO type jump off, bro. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying, Haven. That don't look like some type of special UFO right here. As above, so below. So they got you looking up like outer space is up there, right? Deep waters. Why? So if that's the case, why NASA under there? Look, that look like some type of one-man UFO jump off. I'm trying to tell you, Haven. I'm trying to tell you something that you don't know, Haven. Because y'all think I'm tripping. I know some of y'all be thinking I'm tripping. Come on, bro. They got the technology, bro. The technology is out there, bro. Look, that look like... You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying, DJ? But anyhow... Like, come on, bro. You can't make this up. And they got the actual jump offs right there. You think those is probably prototypes. Or they probably was specifically given to them for the movie. Who knows? But I'm trying to tell you, it's crazy how, look, one-seater. That look like a UFO. You're not telling me if you seen that in the air right now, if you go outside and look in the sky and you see that, you're going to say, yo, I just saw a UFO, bro. You're going to call for yo, I just saw a UFO. You're going to say that. I don't care what you say, how you spill it, how you lie out your teeth, if you're going to lie out your teeth. You feel me? However, you're going to sit there and say, yo, I just saw a UFO, bro. Yo, if you see that outside, you're going to say you saw a UFO. So, as above, so below. Anyhow, let's listen to what I'm telling you. That's a fact, right, Cat? Check it out.
To talk about what the real NASA is doing in our oceans. First of all, the NASA you know of does not exist. It's all a lie. The real NASA is actually the National Anunnaki Subversion Agency.
National Anunnaki Subversion Agency. We got to remember that. Now, let's refresh. Damn, bro, y'all gonna make me unmuted again?
What the real NASA is doing in our oceans. First of all, the NASA you know of does not exist. It's all a lie. The real NASA is actually the National Anunnaki Subversion Agency.
I don't think I felt this good in a little minute. I ain't gonna lie to you. Grease, gratitude, thanks, y'all. I'm feeling great. And we ain't even done yet. We ain't even done yet. National Anunnaki Subversion Agency. Let's see if we can get chat to tell us about that later on. Somebody please remind me to bring this up with ChatGPT to see if we can get him to tell us something that we don't know yet. You feel me? Please. Because I'm bringing up ChatGPT and something else that I was doing. And if you've been here from the beginning or if you've been rocking with me on almost every video, you probably remember me telling you what we're going to talk about later on. But I ain't going to talk about it now because we're not even there yet. Feel me? But yeah.
Agency. Yeah, let that sink in because we're about to go deeper. NASA have found Anunnaki artifacts and technology on Earth, and most of it is in the sea. NASA...
Okay. No, I'm not letting that go, bro. I'm not letting that go. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. What they found? What was they found? How do I word this, bro? Lost technology found. Oh, man. I don't know how to word this. Technology that was found. Come on, bro. Show me something, bro. Don't do me dirty. Look at this. Look at this right here. You telling me this don't look like some Anunnaki stuff right here, bro? looking like some type of squid submarine jump off. I wish I could pull up the actual footage, but we're going to get struck down. This is too much of a good vibe to be getting copywritten and flipping stuff out and all that. But yo, bro, can I zoom in? It's not going to let me zoom in. Let me see if I can make it. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can do something. Come on, bro. Aquaman 2. Lost tech found. Let me see. That's the only picture they're gonna show us. That's whack. Yo, bro, these things drop down into the water and the tentacles start spinning like a propeller. Man, these things could fly. Yo, bro, I'm trying to tell you, these things could fly, swim, and climb, bro. Fly, swim, and climb, bro. If you ain't gonna watch this movie yet, go watch this movie. Your mind is gonna be blown. Like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna front. I see that actually being a thing. Like, I can see that actually being a thing, yo. I'm telling you, you gotta watch these movies with your mind's eye open. Look, they under there stealing some type of nuclear fuel or something. It was crazy. They were stealing from Atlantis or the city where Aquaman, where the aquatics stay at. But they were stealing from them. And then the alarm went off. It got crazy, yo. It got crazy. But anyhow, y'all got me lit. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say, man. Let's go ahead again.
NASA is doing in our oceans. First of all, the NASA you know of does not exist. It's all a lie. The real NASA is actually the National Anunnaki Subversion Agency. Yeah, let that sink in because we're about to go deeper. NASA have found Anunnaki artifacts and technology on Earth, and most of it is in the sea. NASA, under the guise of space exploration, is actually involved in uncovering and suppressing evidence of ancient astronaut contact between the Anunnaki and early human civilizations. Do you not think that it's weird that we supposedly know more about the surface of Mars and the Moon than our own oceans? Don't you think it's strange that only 5% of the sea has been explored, but they send probes out to space? That's because it's all kept. They know exactly what's down there, and they don't want us sniffing around and realizing our true potential as humans. Let me make something clear. NASA never stopped exploring the oceans. The sudden halt in deep-sea missions was a strategic move to prevent these discoveries from becoming public. You all need to know that what they have discovered in our oceans is so monumental that it would shake humanity to its core. And again, this is just for entertainment purposes.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Let's keep going. Let's try to make it through the footage. We only got an hour left of footage, and we still looking at this funny face dude right here.
Actually a very good thing that this happened. So with that in mind, I also wanted to remind you guys that Zelensky has surrendered. All right, it's official. Zelensky has surrendered. So we are not going to go into a nuclear holocaust like many people believe. Russia will be standing down. All right, that's another good thing that happened. And also, as I speak right now, the guy from Canada, Trudeau, is also in the process of being taken out, and that's why he's running scared. So there is a huge campaign that is being conducted by the positive.
Is he talking about the guy who stepped down? He's talking about the guy from Canada who stepped down? That's what he's talking about?
Military to actually do away with what's left of these cabal dictators, worldwide. Australia, it's going to be happening in Australia. As you guys know, the government of France has collapsed, which is a good thing. So, just...
Ain't no such thing as dinosaurs. They covered up dragons with dinosaurs.
Bear in mind, guys, that, things are moving forward as we enter a new era, a new golden age that is going to be precipitated, of course, 2025 as we go into 2026 and move into 2027, where we will finally be part of an intergalactic, or may I say interplanetary system.
Collective.
Yo, look, I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all not, okay, DJ, copy. Yo, if y'all not out there, if you got super good sunlight, super good weather, all of that, go ground, go meditate, go sun gaze. If you not doing those three things at the least, I'm telling you now, you are failing yourself. You are failing yourself. If you got access to great weather, great sunlight, go ground, go meditate, go sun gaze. I'm telling you something that you need to know. If you're not doing it, do that right now, because you're probably still eating meat, probably still drinking this nanotech soda, you probably still eating GMO foods. Feel me? The least you need to be doing is sun gazing, meditating, and grounding. If you got access to great weather. Let's keep going.
A common theme that I've been seeing is those who are actually wise enough, who've been through enough, and who literally just want to maintain what it is that they're actually attracting, are just letting weird people be weird and just moving around. Like, no crashing out, no addressing weird behavior, just letting them be weird in their weird little world so that way they can go attract more weird people, and then collectively they can be together. Because what you don't realize is that, like, energy is an exchange. By you even feeling like you're checking a situation is an exchange of negative energy, is an exchange of a person you're not being authentic to who it is that you are. You are naturally meant to rise above. But here it is, you're meeting them at the bottom. A quote that I would never forget that someone told me in 2024 is that some people will bring you down to their level and then beat you with experience, because that's what they're used to. And here it is, you're not used to being at that level. So don't let nobody take you out of character. Let them just be.
If you got kids that go to Success Academy in Flatbush and they come back home sick, this might be the reason why. Apparently, the teachers let the kids out with no coats on for a fire drill. But apparently, the teachers had time to put their coats on.
Crazy. Crazy. I'm saying that's crazy because my nephew currently, I don't like saying that word, but yeah. My nephew currently got something going on with himself and his system. I don't know what he got going on, but he got something going on. And this could be the reason why. If you got offspring, we don't know what's going on. Because you give your offspring to these people, and now they in charge. They the caretakers of your offspring while you at work. Busy, so focused on work, so focused on the company that don't care about you. Obviously, the schools don't care about your offspring. Have y'all seen the clip where the school gave away someone's offspring to a stranger? Like, bro, that's crazy, bro.
I don't understand what goes on in some adult's head, and I use that term loosely, but clearly something's wrong.
A chosen individual is able to see who a person is before they ever want to reveal themselves truly. And the problem is, because you're so empathetic, you're gonna let this person into your auric field because you feel as if you can heal them when whole time they never wanted to be healed. You gotta think, most people walk around with their first eye unactivated and cannot discern flesh from spirit. This is why you can look into a person's eyes and already see that they are not there. This is the prime example of your ability to perceive non-playable characters, aka bots. No cap, it is so important for you to understand your abilities in eye gazing.
That's the fact.
And this is the reason why our parents subconsciously told us to always look a person in their eyes. Because that will always let you know a person's true intentions with what they want from you. You gotta understand that third density consciousness is something that we left back in 2019. This war is going to require you to think beyond your normal capabilities and perceive things higher.
We need double the... See, when I was young, in my youth, I was born into this realm connected. Honestly, I had imaginary friend, bunch of stuff. Neither here or there. Like I said, my family and the world led me astray from that. So I'm glad that I'm able to reconnect with myself in this manner and remember things. And so much things make sense to me as I disconnected from spirit growing up, as I disconnected from my higher self or other versions and aspects of myself growing up. so much things make sense to how I was or why I was doing certain things or why I wasn't comfortable with certain things. Just so much things make sense about myself now that I'm back where I need to be. You get what I'm saying? So much things make sense. Like, yo, damn, that's why I used to, that's why this, that's why that. Like, yeah, you know, we all was in our slumber. We all done lost ourselves and had to find ourselves. That was a part of our contract. That was a part of the game. We playing the game right now. We're playing a game right now. Life is a damn game. It may sound crazy. Life is a game. Trust. It's a game. We are literally playing a game. You feel me? We are playing a game. We are here to learn lessons and go through certain things so that we can ascend back and remember who we truly are. Like, we literally signed contracts, soul contracts. I'm sure you heard of it. We literally signed contracts to go through certain things and all type of stuff. So it's like, for me to actually see and remember things that I forgot, for me to reconnect with spirit and soul itself is like, man, listen, I'm glad I ain't fall too far in a slumber. And I feel deeply for the people who are still in a slumber and won't get out their slumber. But I guess that's part of their contract or their NPCs. You get what I'm saying? Like they say, some of our people is not really our people anyway. So it is what it is. However, so much things make sense to why I was the type of young offspring I was. I wasn't average. And you know what's funny? I lost myself trying to fit in, trying to be normal, trying to be this, trying to be that. And don't get me wrong, I was really good. I was really well at blending. I was really good at bringing people together or being a part of something. However, something within me always would give me that nudge or give me that little gut punch, like, ooh-wee. Like, yo, don't get too comfortable. Yeah, you and your experience, but don't get too comfortable. Feel me? Like, if you know, you know. But I used to get them little gut punches. Like, yo, don't get too comfortable with this nonsense. Yo, don't get too comfortable with this BS. Like, man, I done went through some lessons, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. However, spirit always was there for me, even though I turned my back on spirit. That's really what we did. We turned our back on spirit. Spirit was always there, giving us that nudge, still looking over us, still looking after us, still caring for us, still loving us. You feel me? So it's amazing, this process. This transition, it's amazing. I did not. However, can you please drop your link in the chat right now so I could, let me see something, matter of fact. Hold on. Let me see something. Because I know YouTube be acting funny sometimes when you try to look up. I'm going to look you up just like DJ T-Ski. It is. Yeah, DJ T-Ski. Let's see. This you right here with the leopard scarf, John? Okay. That sound like techno beats. We only got shorts, no videos, only shorts. I bet. I'm gonna check them out. You know what? Are they copyrighted? If they're not copyrighted, I'm gonna probably try to find one that I like and play it a couple of times when we coming in and going out. Are they all copyrighted? I ain't gonna play myself and play them, but I'm gonna definitely check them out now that you feel me. It's gotta be at least one I'm gonna like, right? At least. It's gotta be at least one I'm gonna like. But bet. I got you now. You see it there. I don't know if you can see it on the big screen, but I got it now. Being that I got it now. Damn, bro, can you see it on the TV? Yeah, you can when I put this down. You can see it then, right? Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. I got it now. I'm gonna check it out. I got you. Bet. Say no more. Say no more. Let's get it.
Energy we currently have in the United States. Can you imagine for AI to really be as big as we want to have it because it's a very competitive. It'll be very competitive with China and others. So I'm going to give emergency declarations so that they can start building them almost immediately. And I think it was largely my idea because nobody thought this was possible. It wasn't that they were not smart because they're the smartest, but I told them that what I want you to do is build your electric generating plant right next to your plant as a separate building, connected. And they said, wow, you're kidding. And I said, no, I'm not kidding. You don't have to hook into the grid, which is old and, could be taken out. If it's taken out, they wouldn't have any way to get any electricity. So we allow them to go on a very rapid basis to build their plant, build the electric generating plant. They can fuel it with anything they want, and they may have coal as a backup, good, clean coal. If there were a problem with a pipe coming in, as an example, you're going with gas, oil or gas, and a pipe gets blown up or for some reason doesn't work, there are some companies in the U.S. that have coal sitting right by the plant so that if there's an emergency, they can go to that short-term basis and use our very clean coal. So that's something else that a lot of people didn't even know about. But nothing can destroy coal, not the weather, not a bomb.
Peace to the gods and goddesses.
Why would they have coal next to the pipes? That sounds like a setup. I don't know, man. I don't know. They do things real strategically and real weird, real sus, if you ask me. I don't know. Let's keep going, though.
Did y'all hear what the Trump administration is doing now? It states that Trump administration freezes many health agency reports and online posts. This means we will no longer be made aware when a food is contaminated with harmful bacteria. Now they can just sell us the food regardless, without providing a disclaimer and making us aware that the food is filled with harmful bacteria like E. coli or Salmonella. And they can bring us from an alkaline state basically to an acidic state. And if you pay attention to the picture here, you see American patients first underlined in the color red. And we know that the color red holds a lot of spiritual power. In fact, the spiritual personification of the color red is life force energy. Ashe means power, and it's actually associated with the color red being synonymous to blood. Okay, and this is also why Donald Trump wears the red hat. Remember, these deletes are deeply rooted in Masonic esoteric symbolism. And again, the sign reads American patients first, okay? This means before anything, they want us to be patients first. And in a sick, weakened state, and their objective is to facilitate it through the food, okay? This is why they're no longer making it mandatory for health agencies to report. And when they publicize it like this, and then seal it with the color red to give it additional ashe, they're basically sending a message to their constituents to make them aware of the next phase they're rolling out, and to ensure they're on board with it, okay? I have been telling y'all for the longest that these deletes are planning a second pandemic. Okay? And I highly recommend being very cautious of the food.
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. With the way he talking, I need my karmic retribution to come through ASAP. I need to grow my wings ASAP. I need my inheritance ASAP. ASAP. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I need it ASAP. Just give me my money. Like they, that little Bible thing. Just give me my money and all of that. Yeah, because it's not even about money. Realistically, I just want to be happy, comfortable, and content. You feel me? Happy, comfortable, and content in the wonderful, magnificent space around wonderful, magnificent people with like minds so we can really do what we supposed to be doing instead of all of this nonsense they got. You feel me? ASAP, DJ, ASAP. Hey, like... I'm being funny with that type of posture, but you feel me? We need it ASAP because it's ridiculous. This goes back right now. This goes back to the clip earlier. The guy was talking about it's cheap to live in China and expensive as hell in America. What he said is $50 classes a cycle, aka a week, but then you paying $1K a week in America. Yo, listen, these people need a big, well, they really are getting several smacks to the face. But, man, I need it ASAP. I need my stuff ASAP. My spirit, I know you listening. Most High, I know you listening. I'm being as patient as I could be. But ooh-wee, man. Ooh-wee. It ain't easy. No one said it was. But ooh-wee. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
In fact, most of the processed foods have manufactured parasitic organisms, all right? Most of the cravings that you receive aren't your own, all right? They're due to parasitic organisms actually influencing your thoughts through your neural pathway, all right? And they have the ability of doing this. So this is why I highly recommend utilization of a parasite cleanse. I told you that ingredients such as sweet wormwood, black walnut, and whole cloves not only kill parasites, but also eradicate their eggs.
Mm-hmm.
You also should be utilizing chlorophyll to detox the body. Chlorophyll contains a substance called mycelium. Mycelium is a fat substance that wraps around unwanted materials to expel them from the blood. Okay.
You feel me? Yo, I've been thought about that. Because first of all, them damn parasites look like aliens that they show us. Aliens to be afraid of and all this on TV. They look just like them, just micro size. If you ask me. So, come on, bro. I like the way you think it because I already thought that. Yeah, they probably got all types of stuff we don't know about, all types of life forms we not even aware of, aka aliens. That's eggs and XYZ and man, just like that one parasite. The damn, shout out to Pam because she told us last time. I forgot again, bro. What's that damn parasite? What's the parasite that go in the left eye, man? What's that parasite, man? I'm about to ask chat right here live. I'm press play real quick.
And this includes toxic metals such as aluminum, lead, cadmium, and mercury. Right now is the time where you want to incorporate intermittent fasting. You want to get to the point where you're no longer consuming their food. All right. In ancient times, we were breatharians. We were photosyntheans. We had the ability of converting sunlight into energy through a process called melanin magic. I highly recommend utilizing herbs such as oil of oregano. Oil of oregano is essential for eradication of bad microbiome in the gut. And it's also great for elimination of free radicals. Healthy melanin production is the most essential for healing the body. Right now, we are currently going through a cosmic upgrade. Your melanin and your neuromelanin is being upgraded currently, all right? So this is one of the reasons why the deletes are trying to compromise you via the food, all right, through horizontal gene transfer. They want to basically impede your ascension process. I made you aware that elixirs such as Ormus or monatomic gold is an orbitally rearranged monatomic element that will substantially heal you on a quantum level. Colloidal silver and colloidal gold is going to be effective in removing the harmful nanotechnology. It's essential for combating the microplastics and xenoestrogens.
Yeah,
what these deletes are actually...
Thank you, bro. Y'all, I love y'all, man, because I'm over here fighting with chat, man. I done asked him about 3-4 questions, of the same question in different words, and he giving me the runaround. Facts, bro. The damn vril. Like, there's people who don't even know about the vril parasite. I'm sure there's other parasites that's wicked, straight wicked, that does a bunch of types. If they got a parasite that goes into the left eye that connects to your brain and gives you and unlocks your reptilian abilities and XYZ and then all of that, I'm sure they got other parasites that's insane. Whew. Let's keep going. Thank you, though. Gratitude, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. Yeah, facts.
Doing when you actually look at the fog, which was filled with Serratia marcescens, parasitic bacteria. All right, when you look at all of the things that are going on with the food, now they no longer have to actually report food that's compromised. All right, there's a biological attack on our avatar. All right, you should be utilizing the proper herbs to ensure you're in homeostasis and that you're basically integrating your cosmic light body. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension. I'm going to teach you about something called cucurbitacin, okay? Cucurbitacin is a toxic chemical that's actually found in plants that eradicates parasitic organisms, okay? And typically they're associated...
Oh, look at them. They telling me them shits don't look like aliens,
cucurbitacin, okay? Cucurbitacin is a toxic chemical that's actually found in plants that eradicates parasitic organisms.
Yo, bro. Yo, dog. You telling me them don't look like parasites? First of all, and first and foremost, hold on, because chat got me over here on hots, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Chat got me on hots. Let me show you some, Haven. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you some. Let me pull this up and bring this down real quick. Like I said, we chilling tonight. Thank y'all for giving me your time, and I'm glad to be giving y'all my time because I'm in a great mood. I'm gonna keep saying that because I'm really in a great mood. But Aquaman, not Aquaman, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Parasites. Let's see if I can even find any of those images. You're not gonna be specific. Let me see if I could just pull up images, regular images. If you've seen this movie, I've seen this one recently too. A lot of them things look just like that. A lot of them parasites look just like this. Come on, bro. These like Google like to play games, bro. Like, damn, you know what I'm asking and looking for, bro. You know what I'm asking and looking for. But if y'all seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of them damn things in that damn movie look just like these little ugly ass, alien looking ass parasites. You can't tell me I'm lying. You feel me, JJ? Look at those things. Them shits look just like aliens. Disgusting. And I say disgusting because they're parasites. Parasites are disgusting. They are pure disgust. So, quantum creatures, we're gonna look at that. We're gonna try that. I'll try it. I'll try it before we keep it spinning. Let's see. Let's try that. Quantum creatures. And if this don't work, I'm gonna say from Ant-Man. Oh, there you go. There you go, look. Ooh, disgusting, dude. Come on, bro. Shout out to JJ. Cause she getting us somewhere now. Come on, dog. Yo, bro, them shits look just like them parasites we looking at on. Yo, bro. Y'all get the picture, man. I ain't gonna spend too much time on this, but them parasites look just like that, dog. Oof. Disgusting. Disgusting, bro. Ooh.
Organisms, okay? And typically they're associated with plants that's in the gourd family, all right, such as cucumbers. The word cucumber actually is a derivative of the word cucurbitacin, okay? And pumpkin seeds actually contain cucurbitacin, okay? This is why pumpkin seeds are efficient for eradication of parasitic organisms because pumpkins are in the gourd family, all right? So next time you eating pumpkin seeds, think about cucurbitacin, and that's going to be something that also pregnant women can consume if they would want to eradicate parasitic organisms. They can consume pumpkin seeds, okay? Another thing that a pregnant woman can utilize to eradicate parasitic organisms is cloves. Cloves have what's called eugenol, and eugenol actually eradicate the shell of the parasite, and which allows other herbs and things of that nature to full on attack the parasite, okay? So picture the parasites walking around with Captain America's shield, basically. They got the shields up. Basically, what the cloves do is basically take that shield away from them. They no longer have the shield, and then things like oil of oregano and haritaki and other things that you consume have the ability of directly attacking the parasite, okay? Now, again, I don't recommend recommend certain, things like oil of oregano if you're pregnant, because it's very potent, oil of oregano. So again, you can use things like pumpkin seeds if you're pregnant or nursing to eradicate parasitic organisms.
-27 in Houston is crazy. I thought Texas was hot. Not definitely playing with the weather. We know that, but -27 is just crazy.
Ayo, peace fam. So it's God, Orion TV, bang, bang, bang. More life, family, bliss up, abundance, and I don't know already. So yo, council, I'm gonna give you guys a quick refresher on the Marine Empire, because everyone's acting like it's something new since the US government and all the governments around the world are finally talking about it. But remember, we've been talking about this vibe since our childhood days with Atlantis and places like Lemuria. It's always been on our minds. But family, it goes way, way back. Remember, in our modern history, the stories of the Marine Empire began with the Dogon, Dogon tribe of Mali. So, according to the Dogon, they get their name from King Dagon. Dagon was the king of a people called the Nomo. And the Nomo were said to be, quote unquote, mermaids or mermen or mer people. They lived in the water. According to the ancient Dogon tales, the Nomo would come up out of the water at night and teach them, show them different technologies. They were the ones who showed them where the star Sirius is and things of that nature. They showed them about the orbits of different celestial bodies. They showed them mathematics and sciences and things of that nature. But council, it goes even deeper than that. In Darwinistic evolution,
we promised them a home here, which was the sea. Let's keep going.
They talk
because they planet got blown up by the enemy. Let's get it.
Talk about people coming out of the water, like evolving from creatures that came out of the water, like it was some sort of fish that grew feet, came out of the water. You know, like when you think about it, everything comes from the water, the primordial waters, you know, your mother's water in the womb, all of it. Everything comes from the water. So with that being said, life on land started in the water, but it was not through evolution. So when we're talking about like genetic modification from the Anunnaki, the fallen, these interdimensional beings, the creation of the humans in the Cabbage Patch, for instance, it didn't start on land. Family started in the water. It was in the ocean. And that's where all the stories come from about people evolving from creatures coming from the water. And everything's always coming from the water. It's because it seems human life on Earth was started in the water, in the Marine Empire, by those entities, and then released onto the land. And these human Cabbage Patch Kids are still being controlled by these Marine Empire entities, these underground, underwater, inner Earth type entities. Life.
I got a question for that, for what you just said, Red Cat, right? As far as evolution goes. They say people evolved from monkeys. Why the hell you got humans who's not capable of doing the same exact things that monkeys do, their strength, their agility, and more, plus some extra icing on the cake? Wow, it don't make no sense. If we evolved from that XYZ some amount of years ago, right? If people evolved from monkeys some amount of years ago, why do they not have the strength and agility of monkeys plus some extra some amount of icing on the cake? You don't see humans swinging from trees. You don't see humans that's dumb strong. You don't see that. So how did they evolve from that when it seems, okay, minus, because first of all, monkeys are smart. Little do people know the orangutans, they smart, but okay, let's just say the mental capacity that they say, right? Wild monkeys seem like they still got the certain better traits than humans. Just keep going, bro.
And the Cabbage Patch started from below. In order to ascend to heaven, you had to have descended from heaven. So you and I were living souls that use these human bodies as avatars, meaning we download our consciousness into these bodies. We're living light beings. And these bodies, of course, they're all made from light and energy, just manipulated in certain ways. Like all these bodies in this Cabbage Patch world are genetically modified. All
I talk about that a lot.
And we just hacked into the system and took over these bodies, and we're using them to bring the system down from the inside. Council, all this shit started in the Marine Empire. So this is nothing new. What's happening is they're exposing the Nephilim, the fallen angel, vampire cellar dwellers that rule over you. The reason for the water, it's because, you know, the sunlight and the UV rays can't pass through the water after a certain depth. So it's almost the same as being underground. So that's why these cats build marine.
Absolutely not, Red Cap. And you know what's funny? That's what Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom was about. You see the Aqua beings, they wasn't having it. They're like, yo, bro, y'all want to play? Y'all poisoning our stuff, and y'all think we supposed to let it rock? Y'all been poisoning it for too long. The treaty, y'all been breaking the treaty for some amount of years. We've been taking it on the hop, taking it on the bunny, letting y'all rock. And we tired of letting y'all rock. Now we about to bring the war to y'all. And look what happened. They were scared. All types of stuff broke out. That's what Aquaman 2 was about. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Yo, I ain't gonna front, Red Cat. That's a fact. I'm telling you. It's lining up with everything we talking about. It's lining up with everything we talking about, especially what you just said. They will go to war. Right? Right. So, what you think is happening? They are going to war. In the Earth War, the Marine Kingdom War. You think it ain't going down there? Why do you think they... I know you remember some amount of years. I'm just saying that because, you feel me? But a few years ago, didn't they just blow up something in the water? They just had a whole explosion, underwater explosion, and one of the pipes blew up. If one of the pipes blew up, why was there no internet somewhere? Why was there no type of telecoms or some type of... Why wasn't none of that? Everything was still good. Everything was still good. So what did y'all really blow up under there? It was a big explosion that happened in the Marine Kingdom War, and that was like an attack on the Marine Kingdom, and they tried to cover it up with one of the pipes blew up. One of the pipes blew up. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Come on, bro. It's in the Earth War, Marine Kingdom War. Yo, look, they tired of these folks. They tired of these beings. Listen, it's happening. It's happening. It's really all I can say. It's all I can say is it's happening. But I'm glad to be a part of this transition because all of this was written in prophecy many, many, many times, many, many years ago. More than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. This is literally, we're literally living through prophecies and people can't even see that. You feel me? You feel me? They not, and the problem I got with all of that is like the way it is the people in charge control the masses or whatever. So it's like, right? If you got someone in charge that says, yo, we're gonna do this and do that, that's how the other realms see it. Like, oh, word? That's what y'all doing? And then you got the 1% that's really on that versus the 99%. But really, who takes the blame and for? The 99% is really who takes the blame and for. But all of that balance is being restored, so none of that matters anymore. But prior to the balance being restored, that's what it would be. Like, yo, Why do you think the sirens, right? Stories of the sirens would be, yo, they snatch people up and drag them underwater and drown them. Yo, this, that. Yo, you got UFOs abducting people and all this and all that. That's because the 99% will really take the fall for the 1% that's pulling the strings on some BS. You feel me? Anyhow, let's keep going.
Empires way down in the Mariana Trench and places like that, where these governments are claiming they've never studied, you know, they've only studied 5% of the ocean and all this and that. Family, it's because they can't. They're not allowed to go into those areas. They're controlled by the Marine Empire vampires. I promise you. So they're not allowed to tour the ocean, just like they're not allowed to go on the ice wall in certain regions. They're told where to go by the same vampires who live in those places and rule over them. But one thing you need to know, it's not everybody in your governments know about this. That's why you have degrees. That's why you have orders. That's why you have top secret and above top secret. Not everyone's privy to what's going on. Otherwise, the cat would be out the bag and everyone would lose their minds. But right now, the veil's being lifted and everyone's starting to realize. Again, that's why you see the drones and shit coming up out the water. I'm telling you guys, these Marine Empire beings, their hidden rulers are starting to reveal themselves. Yeah, Council, if you want to watch the full video, jump into the Conduit, that Patreon. Click the link in the profile description or the video description and come join. You see me? Yeah, man. Anyway, stay up, stay lit, and let's go.
You see, I don't think people realize the biggest thing Trump actually...
I ain't gonna lie, I be wanting to be a part of some of these people Patreons and memberships so I can get exclusive content from them and all that. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I be telling y'all, most of my, like, not even most, all my finances, all the money that I accumulate literally goes to groceries. So it's like, it be like, damn, bro, like I be wanting to support these people. I be wanting to tap in furthermore and connect with these people. But it be like, I guess in divine timing, really, because like all my finances go to groceries. You feel me? If I ain't buying my own groceries, as far as eating the right stuff to that's alkalinity and helps you with your alignment and ascension, I'll be in here forced to eat some bullshit. You know what I mean? So it be like, damn, bro. I be really wanting to connect with these people though and get that exclusive content. Maybe sometime in the near future. Let's get it.
actually did was issue a national emergency for the quote-unquote immigration issue. When they issue a national emergency, right, it automatically gives power to FEMA. But the issue here is Trump is against FEMA. FEMA is just one of the agencies that lost their power from the overturning of the Chevron deference of last year. And a lot of agencies lost power, such as the IRS. Hence the reason why he's changing the IRS to the ERS. We got the WHO, which is the World Health Organization. Hence the reason why he withdrew from the WHO. This also includes other agencies such as the CIA, the FBI, the NIH, and the list gets deeper. It's also the reason why he withdrew from the Paris Climate Agreement and the Green Deal, because all these agencies are fraudulent, private businesses. And clearly these agencies are still holding their positions even though it's been almost a year since they lost all their power. Meaning there's a real threat of war on the American soil because we have a corrupt government inside a new government. And clearly, like I just said, they ain't trying to leave no time soon. So I hear people saying Trump being last president, or he's trying to extend his term longer than the 4 years, right? The thing people don't realize is that Trump and Elon is actually trying to save the leftover humans after the split. This is why they started changing people's genetics in order to make them a transhuman to be compatible to cryptocurrency and the GMO food. Because they literally are creating another world for these humans that's not going to make the split because they did not wake up in time or their frequency was just too low to even begin with. This is why I always try to preach so people really understand that there's different races of people. There's original humans along with the original fallen angels of man. And then there's the hybrid humans that was mixed with the serpent's blood. Like I said, it's the Israelites. I mean, write Israelite down and you'll literally see the elites at the very end of it because that's who they are. They are the ones creating the other races and basically running the other races as in their countries. Oh, so like I said...
Okay, look what that say. You see that? I'm just making sure y'all see that.
Everything, the whole pandemic, the House Off 19 was all meant for the hybrid race of the Israelites. And the original humans and angels was basically collateral damage because they was trying to use us to fix them, which is a violation of universal law. This is the reason why everything is about to end. The war we've been in our whole lives, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep on stressing. Y'all have to understand these races and accept the truth, even if it hurts. It's not your fault if your blood was mixed, because it is what it is. So accept the truth and flow with it. So I made this video about 1.5 years ago called Trump's True Purpose. I basically break down everything that happened, and they're doing it again, and their final executive orders before the actual rapture, the reset. So once y'all watch this video again, you will see that everything inside that video is literally happening in order. And you'll understand more of why I said when you issued a national emergency, it literally set off a war. Because a lot of people who we think are the government isn't the government. Anyways, y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Hey.
Did you guys hear what the Attorney General of Arizona had to say about Trump enacting the ICE raids? Check this out, y'all.
I also will not have any part of and will fight the attempt to set up what I believe are essentially concentration camps and family separation camps in the state of Arizona.
So you guys heard her in TikTok. Again, this is all for entertainment purposes only. But it's very interesting that she says this right after this whole thing with Elon Musk. Y'all remember this? Again, here we go over here. I know this is a big thing, big deal. It's a whole controversy going on the internet right now. But again, there are no coincidences. Right after he does this, the Attorney General of Arizona talking about concentration camps as well as family separation camps, you guys. You see, following these people, there's too much going on to believe in coincidences, right? I believe these people are working together hand in hand. You get what I'm saying? It's them versus us. Y'all know this. They have never done anything to help us, right? Because as she was saying that, she didn't even look confident in herself. It looked like she was just reading a script, right? So what do you guys think? Things are getting a lot more interesting. I told y'all that, man, as soon as the new year starts. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this, and let's continue to get this shift. Peace out.
Do people see what's going on around the world when it comes to the weather? You surprised? You surprised? You surprised? I'm not surprised because they try to warn all of us. New Orleans, snow. Florida, snow. Texas, snow. Ice. The reason why none of us should be shocked because they had this thing called truth in plain sight. Can you see it yet? When these people start playing with this dumbass machine right here, I wonder what they are spraying from those airplanes every day. How about the mysterious fake fog that came out of nowhere? Or how about the newest one, these LA fires? You do know we live in an enclosed system, so all this smoke and these chemicals is going right back to the planet and within us. We live in an enclosed system. Think about that. When people are out there smoking, where do you think that smoke go at? When people are driving their cars, where do you think this smoke is going at? They have something in New York City called the climate clock. You can go and research the climate clock so you can understand how serious this really is. They tried to say that we have until 2029 to get this correct. If we can't fix it, bye-bye to this world. This story get a little deeper. Stay with me. We are going into the age of Aquarius. In order to go to a new system or a new world, they have to get rid of the old world. So everything that's taking place right now, I guess is part of the plan. So many people will not make it to the new world. But let me tell you how these elites do this shit without karma coming back to them. It's regular people flying these airplanes with the chemtrails, right? It's regular people making this fake fog. Regular people starting all these fires. Regular people smoking these cigarettes. People driving these trucks with all this black smoke coming from the exhaust. The reason why I keep saying regular...
I'm gonna show y'all where my mind and imagination be taking me. Your gratitude, Kennedy. My imagination be taking me places that's like, you can't make it up, and I don't know.
New world. But let me tell you how these elites do this shit without karma coming back to them. Regular people flying these...
When I see this picture right here, you know what I just thought of? What if, right, you got a commercial airplane, a passenger plane, right, who has what, let's say 500 to 700 passengers, right? Let's just say that's the number, right? What if they are spraying these chemtrails while you got passengers on a commercial airplane, right? Tying them to this karma without them even giving consent. So now people suffering karma that they ain't even consent to just by, you know, going by the regulations of passport, this, that, signing all this just to get your passport and paying for a ticket and all this and boarding this plane to go where you want to go, but they spraying the chemtrails off a commercial airplane. Wow, you got the innocent passengers who have no idea about it. Now they gotta do this calming debt. But let's keep going.
Airplanes with the chemtrails, right? It's regular people making this fake fall. Regular people.
Now, right? Y'all can laugh all y'all want, but my imagination, this right here look like a little baby, little dragon or Godzilla or something. You can see the snout, the neck, you know, goes down to the chest, the head, the little fake spikes, the flames. Yeah, that's just my imagination. Obviously, that's not no damn Godzilla, but I'm just talking about my imagination. Let's keep going. I'm just showing y'all where my mind be going, like how my imagination works.
People starting all these fires. Regular people smoking these cigarettes. People driving these trucks with all this black smoke coming from the exhaust. The reason why I keep saying regular people is if we do it to ourselves, karma don't come back to the elites. So no one is going to feel bad when there's regular people working in power plants releasing all these chemicals. It's called karma. But like I said,
I ain't even see this whole clip and I was already thinking that, bro. Let's see what he got to say, because I don't got time. Like I said, this video is too good. We chilling on this one. We not about to mess this one up, bro, over no damn. We not doing that. We not doing it.
Yeah, this story go a little deeper. Remember in 2019, 2020, they all had us wearing this mask. Do you know what this mask did to the so-called ecosystem or the spiritual system? When we wore those masks, we actually destroyed the entire balance of our planet. Remember, spirit is the breath of life. Since we was wearing all these masks, we was not connected to spirit, and that caused an imbalance in the whole system. It seemed like the world is falling apart, but we have so many people waiting for a messenger to come and save us. Let me ask you a question. What is the first 4 letters in messenger? Once you understand that, you would get it. No one is coming to save us from the mess we created. No.
Bing. That was well said. I ain't gonna lie, that was well said.
Nobody.
Hey, a lot of things starting to unveil themselves, so let's lock this in. A man was traveling on his way back home on a plane. Everybody was asleep next to the window, but he decided to film what he saw. Let's see what he saw.
This is above the clouds. You know, we can't see above the clouds, especially when they're doing these chemtrails.
New measure.
Now, before y'all say, hey, y'all this, hey, y'all that, hey, y'all or not, right? It's a good thought. We cannot see above the clouds. Eagles can fly above clouds. Eagles, and obviously other birds too, but eagles can fly above the clouds. We don't even know what it looks like above the clouds. So don't you dare fix your lips to say, oh, it's AI this, AI that, even if it is AI, right? We got to have some type of depiction so that it can broaden our mind. It can expand our mind. Come on, bro. Don't be, man, listen, don't be so narrow. Don't be so shallow.
Measurement for Pensacola, Florida. Let's see what we got here. 7 inches of snow. New record. Previous record, 3 inches.
Wow.
Yo, has anybody else noticed that in this recent speech, like the coat of arms behind Trump, where usually like the head of the eagle is facing towards the olive branch whilst having these arrows, which means that it's capable of peace and war, but it's going to look more towards peace. The eagle in this coat of arms is looking towards the arrows, towards war. And it's like, damn, that's kind of settling.
I am now live. Bless up, family. More life, abundance. I don't know already. Fair use notice for educational purposes only. Vis-a-vis. Ergo. Concordantly. Big up, everyone, and welcome to the Chop. Yeah. And today's sermon is what? You're not in Kansas anymore. Don't see the flow, don't see the flip. Magnetic pole flip. Energetic flow ski. Y'all get with the chop. Adapt or fucking die. Yeah, so let's give people a few people more. Let's give the people a little bit more time to roll in. Ain't been on in a couple of days. What's good, Crystal Council? How the fuck y'all feeling? Everybody lit?
No, let's skip some more, dude.
Yeah, man. Top being everyone. We are here. New Earth.
Sambo.
School is in session.
Sambo.
Council is in session.
Get the frequency
Elevate
nice.
thyself. Next level flow. Bang. Alright. So let's chop, family. Oh, what up, Risha? Bless. Big up, big up. Good to see you, fam. Blessed, blessed. We're about to get into it, my loves. Yeah, just give it a moment. Give a couple more souls a chance to get up in here. Yeah, because like I said, I've been off for a couple days. Yeah, people been fiending. What's up? Yeah, man. Welcome.
Come on,
Gold
bro.
Mind. Cherie. Namuji. What up? Flow, new vortex, new everything. New connections, family. New motivation, new heights. Fuck this shit. Fuck the old world. It's time to ascend for real. This shit is over with.
Where we at, Sargon?
What up, Dwayne? Blessed. Big up, everyone, once again. So, yeah, I'm just going to start this flow, family, just like that. You see me? Yeah, so, no doubt, Dwayne. Big up, big up. You already know. You see me? Always and forevermore. We run the cycle, just like that. So, all right, Council. How can I say this now? Magnetic North Pole. The magnetic North Pole is now in Siberia. All right, on the round ball, you have North Pole, South Pole. Those are physical poles. But the magnetic pole used to match the physical poles. So the magnetic pole used to be where the physical pole is on your ball Earth. Even though it's bullshit, I'm just giving you the example from what they taught you.
Right.
See? So the magnetic pole that used to be in the north is now in Siberia. And the North Pole, the magnetic North Pole, is moving so fast, it's blowing scientists' minds. Because, Council, what a lot of people don't know is magnetic pole flips usually take 1,000 years, whatever that is, right? Because we're in the matrix. We don't know what time actually equals to. For me, it's just the rate which you process code. You feel me? So they say 1,000 years it takes for a pole flip to happen. But in the reality we're in right now, family, the pole flip has taken place in less than 100 years. Less than 100 years this pole flip has been taking place. So, for example, you see snow falling in Florida, right? Louisiana, snow falling all across Texas. Like, Texas always got cold, you know what I mean? And we get ice and sleet, little flurries, but never anything like this. But back in the day, like in the 50s, Florida got a couple inches of snow. So you have like some goofy troglodytes will come and talk about, oh, you know, this has happened, this is normal. It's normal for it to snow in Florida. Family, literally, based on the fact that it snowed before in 1954, 2 inches. You get what I'm saying? But what these doofballs don't get, family, what none of these flies don't get, because they have the lifespan of a fly. They live so short. To them, like 100 years is a long time. 50 years is, ooh. Family, listen. The pole shift that you're in, like I said, it's moving at an exponential rate, right? It's faster than any pole flip that's ever taken place because we're in the quickening. The 100 years began, like I said, 100 years ago. So when you see events taking place like in the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, things like that, the 20s, the 1800s, yes, because it's part of the sequence that we're in right now. That was the buildup to what's happening right now. The pole shift didn't start today. It didn't start yesterday. Right. It's been going on now for like, let's say 100 years. It's been going on since these demons came crashing into the reality and knocked the plane off of axis, knocked the magnetic poles off of axis from way back then. Reverse the spin, like I've been telling you guys for a long time. Set us on a backward spin. That was reversing the poles, reversing the magnetic field. That's when they reversed the spin, killed the carbon footprint, and caused the planet to freeze. All right. So what you're seeing happening right now is the reversal of their reversal. Everything's being reset back to its reset and recalibrated, right? Back to its original settings. So a lot of the events that you saw take place in the past, these 1 and 2 little incidents, they were building up to where we at right now, where you see these phenomenal events happening every single day. We were building up to the pole flip this whole time, and now we're in the pole flip. The pole flip equals the shift. All right? Shift equals frequency. Everything exists in a frequency range. Everything. Everything is energy, 369. And within that energy field, you create realities based on frequency. So you can have 1,000 different realities in the same space because each one of them is on a different frequency, so they don't interact. That's how you get like a multiverse. Okay? And that's how you get a singularity where everything can exist everywhere all at once, because the mind of the Most High God is beyond anything you can comprehend. So 1 trillion different universes and timelines and everything can exist in one space based on frequency modulation. Whatever frequency you're on, that's the realm you're in. That realm is on this frequency, that realm is on that frequency. They're completely separate, but in the exact same place. So you're sitting here right now. I'm sitting here right now, and our ancestors are walking around us right now. Because the time you call the past still exists right now in the same space, the quantum mind of God. When we say energy cannot be created or destroyed, this is what we're talking about. You can't destroy the past. You cannot destroy the events that have already taken place, nor the events that are going to take place in the quantum field, in the probability field. You cannot destroy energy, and you cannot create it. That means everything is already there. You're just making choices that are leading you to particular probability fields within the quantum mind. Do you guys understand? You cannot destroy energy. So the past always exists. The future always exists. Right now always exists. You can't create it because it's always there. It's energy. What you're doing is moving through the energy field and manipulating it in whatever way you choose, whatever way or form you choose, to your benefit or your detriment. You're either good, you're evil, dark, light, all that good shit. You're just operating in the mind of God. You guys understand what I'm telling you? And everything you do creates your reality because it creates your frequency. And whatever frequency you're on, you're going to match the realm that matches that frequency. So there's realms where the frequency is super low. Like they tried to bring...
Yeah, Council, the full 2-hour video is on the Patreon, and I left it open so everyone can watch it. Just click the link in the profile description or the video description. Go join, and you'll see some...
I got a Patreon. I'm gonna tap in with these guys to see if they be having open sessions and all that.
Chop. Bang.
There's an audio, bro. Okay. He was showing us some. I saw that. Some orb went up. Some type of orb went up. Particle orb.
Yo, Council, you guys see the orb, right?
I saw that.
They're not just in Jersey. I'm telling you guys, anywhere we go, we make the vortex open. You see the alfalfa lock? Confirmation is straight electric. And Council, remember, you guys know me, my longtime followers, my longtime choppers. Anywhere I go out in the range, whenever I'm traveling, I'm flowing, you guys see the orbs everywhere. It's to let the universe know that the gods is here with the godson. Don't fuck around. That's what it means. The same way you see them out there in orbit, it's the same thing. The little ones, the big ones, they're all the same. Size don't matter. That's just your physical perception. You're not even seeing what these objects really look like. You see those watchers, those stars you see twinkling.
Some of you guys say y'all done seen orbs on the footage. I seen that orb too. I seen an orb around you, things like that.
Those plasma orbs, those plasma beings, those are 10th dimensional, nth level dimensional beings that your mind can't even perceive. So you see them as an orb of light because that's the most you can make of that dimension from where you're at. If you could actually see what these light orbs are, family, you would see that there were some giant angels, 12 wings. Nigga look just like me with a sword chopping your head off. No, but for real, family, these are next level dimensional beings that you can't perceive in their full form because you're on the third dimension, locked down. When you start to open up and see the spectrum, like I've been telling you guys, and enter the new light waveform, you'll be able to see these angelics for what they really are. And you'll be shocked when you find out it's you. Let's go. Bang, bang. Council, these energetic beings, they're your ancestors. Your ancestors are really just you in other forms, on other planes, in other dimensions, and other frequencies. You're interacting with yourself.
Facts. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all something because this is confirmation on something I watched earlier. Confirmation on something I watched earlier, right? History. Right here. I watched this video earlier, right? Randomly, because like I said, the universe talks to us for a reason. It talks to us in many different ways. So anything you come across, everything you see is for a reason. So I saw this. It's like, it's you. And I've listened to what, 2 of his videos prior to this, and they was on point. I'm like, yo, I resonate with that. Like, all right, respectfully. Like, all right. So I see this. I'm like, let me listen to it. And if you want to go watch it, go check it out. You see everything that's there that needs to be seen if you want to check it out. You don't have to. Cool. I'm not gonna play it because it's 15 minutes and we've been here quite some time and we still not done. However, this video right here, he was explaining how he took some Haritaki and he was trying to tap in going into rest. And when he went into rest, the dream he was having, he was with like a elderly guy who was like a drunk, or at least he looked like homeless or something like that. And he was being ignorant, like, bro, why the hell am I with this bum? Like, I'm with a bum, like this the best y'all can. He said he was lucid, like he was aware enough in his dream state to be like, yo, like this is the best y'all can do, this is the best y'all can give me, like I'm with a bum, like I'm with a bum. Long story short, he says in an instant after chopping it up with dude, like just sitting there talking to him, and he's like, yo, he's wondering because it's just them two speaking. Like it's nothing else going on, just them two speaking. He feels a heavy like fear or so on his heart, gratitude, Corey, because I'm enjoying it as well. So he was like, yo, I felt like heavy fear, this and that, and my point of view just instantly changed from where I was sitting at, looking and talking to him. I was now the old guy, the elderly guy, looking at myself from his point of view. But when I was looking at myself, it wasn't even me. So I was like, whoa, like, long story short, his discernment led him to realize, like, it's just himself. Our ancestors are living through us and all of this. So, long story short, he met up with another version of himself, an ancestral version of himself, and he was confused, like, bro, why y'all got me here? Like, what's going on? Like, feel me? Like, what's good? Then when they switched, when they switched to the seat, the pilot seat, he was like, yo, whoa, what? Like, type of thing. I don't know. If y'all want to watch it after y'all done rocking out with me, go check it out. I think it was a pretty cool little video because we go through these things. Like, everything makes sense we go through. Everything we experience, we got to connect the dots and make it make sense. So, yeah. Anyhow, let's get back into it. That's just confirmation for me. What he just said, what Sargon just said, is confirmation for me on what I watched earlier. That's literal confirmation.
Move accordingly. Spiral up.
What is going on? Do you see that? Oh my God.
I don't know.
Video recorder.
Was that a lens flare or was that an orb? Y'all saw that?
Oh my God.
I don't.
Is that an orb or some type of, or is that a lens flare?
No.
Video recorder.
Come on, man. Shake that off. I ain't even. Come on, man. Whatever that is, I still got energy left, man. Stop making me real, man.
Yo, Council, I have no idea where this is. I have no idea what's actually going on. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. If it's just blue beam, if it's CGI, AI. Anyway, let me know.
Yo, check it. I'm about to break down what Trump's true purpose is for getting rid of birthright citizenship, DEI, and requiring federal workers to return to work in person. First, I have to say this. You must understand there are three sides. The left wing, which is no free will. The right wing, which is free will. Then we have humanity for the third option that most people don't even know exists. The left and the right wing is there to hold down humanity. You must also understand that humanity is the quote-unquote original humans, who are the quote-unquote black people around the world. So they use humanity to create another set of humans, a hybrid set, who we call the Israelites, because they was mixed with the blood of the serpents, which are the gods of the Bible. Here in America, the fallen angels of man made it with the human women, creating a race of God humans. So the original humans and the God race of humans has birthrights to this land that we all are on. When the world wars happened, we lost. So obviously they took our land and created a beast system that runs off your QV trust, aka your social security number, which is also connected to the Federal Reserve notes for private and public, but they all are debts. So the problem with this Babylonian system is only citizens can participate in the system. And all the people that was here before the takeover are not citizens unless they signed the contract with the state or the government. And they're not on the side of humanity. Remember, the left and the right wing is the government and the states that's controlling humanity. This is why quote-unquote black people get treated differently in everything. Also, the reason why everyone from outside this country have to become a citizen to be on this land in order for them to keep track of you and pay taxes for you being over here. So the original people on this land is not supposed to work or pay bills. Only the citizens. And another thing, a lot of people don't really understand how deep this really is, because you got to think about it. We have a bunch of Europeans that's over here that's considered American because of the birthright citizenship. So this basically means this includes everyone. They're just making you think it's people from Mexico. Now we have DEI, which directly correlates to discrimination and racism against the non-citizens who are the quote-unquote black people. There's a reason it says who will it affect, because I just stated the truth. Because media make you think one thing when really it's another, when everything clearly correlates to each other. So if black people was the original ones here on this land, what does that mean? Every time they give another group a special privilege, right, it puts the black people further down the totem pole. As you can see, immigrants' rights, that's literally everyone else besides black people. Trans justice, it's literally a whole new group they just created to separate black people. Reproductive freedom, Again, overall, it leaves out black people. But if they ever include black people, it'll most likely be black women, as long as black men is on the very bottom. So it's discriminatory and racist when you make other groups and give them special privileges. Because if everyone's equal, why do you get extra privileges and you taking them away from a particular group? Even if it means this particular group got to use different words to satisfy other people. That's taking away free speech from that group. But the thing is, I know most people cannot see what's really happening unless you are a black man. And that's the whole point of me making my videos. So y'all can see the truth, make a change, so we all can move forward. Now, as far as Trump forcing government workers to return for in-person work, it's all in order to make sure you're even real. Because clearly the deep state has been using bots, AI, and clones to get their messages out. Either to take the blame for some BS they done did, or to hold positions so no one else can take them. That's why they stopped the hiring also, to know how much people need to be replaced with real people. So Trump is forcing the corrupt government to show their face. He is giving everyone back their free will, which opens the door for us to choose humanity. So I'm gonna attach 2 videos after this, so you can have a deeper understanding on things I just said about their citizenship, also how the way they took over by using their businesses, also on how the way they came over here as citizens to serve the original people that already lived here. That's why it's really called a public service. But then they created private sectors and basically drained everything from the public and placed it in their private, which is usually in the trust. So they basically snaked us, destroyed our families, then started the wars.
Yo, so check it. I made this post, right? And it says Trump's mass deportation plan is the rapture. And of course, I got a bunch of hee-hees, ha-has, and comments insulting my intelligence. This shows how you can be waking up, but one post can literally revert you right back into ignorance, just because they cannot comprehend what I'm saying. But stick with me, I'm about to break this down. So let's start off with this. The original term for American was used to describe the indigenous peoples of the Americas, or copper-colored races discovered by Europeans. The term has since come to refer to descendants of Europeans born in America. This proves the quote-unquote African Americans was already here, but somehow they came over here and founded us and the land that we was already living on. Then they claimed everything as property. Hence the reason why they started giving everything a name, such as quote-unquote African Americans. So they add African in front of our race, all in order to make it seem as though we don't belong here. But everyone else from all over the world can come here, and if they was born here, they can literally consider themselves an American with nothing in front of it. That is colonization, enslaving a race of people and then stealing their identity. I mean, it's already bad enough that they lied and said everything started in Africa, when they already know everything started in the Americas. And clearly, they are moving the goalposts now and saying everything started in Europe. So check it. In John's vision of Christ, and for more context, John is the god of Saturn. On 10, it says he was in the spirit on the Lord's day, meaning outside of time and space, so he was able to see the future. Number 11, describing what he's seen in the future and writing it down and giving to the 7 churches, which is the 7 reptile races that mix with man. Number 13 said he's seen someone like the Son of Man. So I'm sure y'all know how people describe Jesus as the Son of Man, right? But notice it says like. It's the key word here, meaning there's other sons of man. Number 14 says his hair is white as snow. And keep in mind, all races' hair don't turn white as they age, it turns gray. Number 15 says his feet was like bronze, glowing in a furnace. Basically, the sun is shining off of him. But guess what bronze is made out of? It's made out of primarily copper and tin. So back at this, the sons of man is described as the Americans, the indigenous people of the Americas, the quote-unquote copper-colored races. As I always say, there's the image of man, and then there's the image of a dragon. Those 2 images mix, and that's what started the war. So we are currently in the 4th world, but last world is when the war started, as y'all can see I have labeled up here. That's when the serpents created their own race of humans called the Israelites. The original humans and angels are the quote-unquote black people all around the world. That's why the elites, who are the leaders of the 7 reptile races, create a fraudulent system and psyops to oppress the original humans and angels. They're the ones that have to face judgment, not us, unless you participate in their system on a high level or you fell for one of their psyops at the end using your consent, which is your free will. Just look around at who's running all the businesses. Look at where they're selling, look at what they're selling, and what they're controlling, and how they really feel about quote-unquote black people, you know, in their private lives. So everyone's whole life has been a psyop to go against the image of man, including us, ourselves, because we all see the self-hate all day and every day, and that's the reason why. That's how strong the psyop is. All in order for you to lean toward the image of dragon, which is the underworld, meaning you haven't woken up to any of the damage you caused, or even know right from wrong. People like that will be raptured. I can show them all the proof in the world, but they will still ignore the truth and believe what they want to believe or what they've been taught, because they're just a program. They either have no spirit or lost connection to the spirit. That's why they can't think outside of the program. They are literally a lost soul because they are being controlled, and it's through the soul because they can't control our spirit if you have one. But that's why they work to disconnect you from the spirit so they can control your soul. For instance, people have been brainwashed to think the rapture is a good thing, when it literally means seizure or kidnapping. I mean, think about the famous verse. I know y'all all remember it, like a thief in the night. They are making sure you know exactly what they're talking about, but if you're asleep and you want to infuse the truth, you're not going to see the truth right here. It's still going to be people in the comments telling me that this is false. Now check out the definition of deportation: an act or instance of deporting. Now, do they not describe the rapture as being an instance, the removal from a country, or an alien whose presence is unlawful or prejudicial? Now, remember earlier, I proved to y'all earlier, the quote-unquote African Americans, who are the indigenous copper-colored people in the Americas, were already here, meaning it's our country. And there's a lot of people here that's doing dirty work that shouldn't even be here because it isn't their home country. But let's dig a little deeper. Prejudicial, harmful to someone or something detrimental. We literally have a judicial system that targets who? The quote-unquote copper-colored people in the Americas. You see, there's a spirit of law that we all have to follow if you have a spirit, because we have free will. Now, legal is a system they use to target the copper-colored people in the Americas to get them and coerce them to break the spirit of law. As y'all can see, for example, it is quote-unquote legal to own a slave, but it isn't moral, which breaks the spirit of law. In turn, the slave might rebel because the spirit of law is being broken, but now he's breaking the spirit of law, but only because of the situation is put in. So basically, they're doing the same thing right now with all these large companies and any businesses that exhibit discriminatory practices, which is most businesses everywhere in the Americas. Don't act like y'all be going in office buildings and be seeing quote-unquote black people everywhere. You can literally find them all out in the field doing the physical work, and honestly, that creates problems for generations. Again, these people that participate in things like this are the ones that's going to be raptured. They still don't know right from wrong. They even come online acting all spiritual, like they understand, but really just doing it for the bag. They'll get off, then go to their job where they knowingly are oppressing people. So Trump has repeatedly said on day one he will seal the southern border and launch what he calls the quote-unquote the largest deportation program in American history, invoking the Alliance Enemies Act of 1798, last used in World War II, which is a clear signal of war, obviously, because like I've always been saying for years, they're going to mix the war, the rapture, the reset, all together so no one truly knows what happened to anyone. I said all that to say this: mass deportation is a nicer, more covert way of saying the rapture. As I shown y'all earlier, it means kidnapping, and it will be all the people around this realm that came together and oppressed other people on their own lands. Now it's up to them to accept the truth, fix their mistakes, and get better in order to move forward, or just revert back into being evil, which is always the easiest way out. It usually comes in the form of gaslighting, by saying things like, it's not about race, we are one, which is totally ignoring the fact of everything we went through for our whole lives for no reason, only because we have a particular bloodline. And if you truly understood, you wouldn't ever make a comment like that. You wouldn't even get mad. But if you don't, you'll be getting upset every time race is brought up by someone that looks like me. Because as I said, the war happened because the image of a dragon mixed with the image of man. We are the image of man. This is why all the other races exist, because of us. But they was mixed with their bloodline of the dragons. So they're able to take you if you love the lie more than the truth. And that's the whole point of all the psyops. So it is about race. Come with us, with the image of man, back to heaven, simple as that. Or follow them, the image of dragon, towards the underworld. The Israelites have the blood of both. That's why you gotta make a choice. And again, why they brainwash everybody to hate people like me. So unless you want to be raptured, you better recognize the truth and accept it, as I've been saying, forever. Okay. But anyways, y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace.
Yo, have y'all seen that video of the older melanated lady basically explaining how they took over? Obviously, a long time ago, we didn't have internet and things like that, right? So we couldn't communicate to our loved ones, you know what I'm saying, just in the next city over. So what they did when they made the police, right, it was supposed to be a quote-unquote public service. Even all the businesses, because this was our land. We allowed them to come to basically help us out and be public servants. Even to this day, it seems as though everything is a service, but they make us pay for it. And that's the issue, because we don't own the quote-unquote money, which is really debt notes that they own. We're not even supposed to be using it. Only the governors are. For instance, let's say if you want to get a nice meal, that was supposed to be a service to us because this is our land. Let's say if I want to go to a car dealership and get a car, that's a service. But again, it's the money system that they took over, so it's not real.
All right, but we got to be real though. Especially with how ignorant a lot of our folks are, they'll be taking advantage. I want this, I want that, I want all of it. Like, you know, it won't be no in moderation. They'll be overdoing it. That's my opinion, honestly. But maybe not. If it was like that from the beginning, people probably wouldn't have been coerced or indoctrinated or trained, however you want to spell it, to be so ignorant or be so greedy or be so, you know, like that. So maliciously manipulative, I want to say. No, we wouldn't overdo it because we would already be so used to having things in abundance. So it would be like, I don't even need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already got this. I don't need that. It's good. Let me leave that for someone else to get it. Someone else who needs it. Things like that. But that's who's going.
Them serving in it.
Grim. It's okay. He's a Grim, but he's a friend. A Grim. Huh?
Damn, if that's a show, oh man, I hope it don't get copyrighted, man. I really don't want to trim nothing out on this one.
I know y'all remember that show.
If they get copyrighted, it won't be able to be monetized. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why.
Grim. My mama used to have me watching this with her almost every weekend. And little did I know it was opening my eyes to a lot more than I would understand back then. But I definitely got it now. If you're not a deep thinker, go ahead and keep scrolling now. Gotta really have eyes to see clearly on this one. Nick, the main detective, he was interrogating somebody. And you see out of nowhere he was human and then turned into something else. And then they all turned into something else. They literally turned into other beings. This got me to thinking. Because when I started studying critical race theory, and I realized this was just another construct that was made up to keep people divided, that is when I realized there's no such thing as race. But there is a such thing as different beings. And that's Grim within a nutshell, because you have everyday beings walking around as something else, but hiding in plain sight. Now this scene is a perfect metaphor for what I've been saying. Now y'all know I already broke down the black draconians, the different blood types, giving y'all a lot of evidence here. What if what we think of as human is just one piece of the puzzle? Like, some people aren't just giving off bad vibes, they're actually something else entirely. You ever thought about that? Honestly, you know how they say the soul knows all? Literally, we've been calling it like we see it. When we can't trust somebody, we say, look at them, they acting like a fucking snake. When ladies referring to a man that's no good, they say, look at him, he a dog. And it's not because he got a tail and fur, it's because he out here chasing everything moving. What y'all call snitches? Rats. Go ahead and tell me y'all don't know somebody that look like a rat in the face. No shade, like being for real. Somebody with loyal and cuddly.
Yo, I know, but she's not lying though. She's not lying, bro. Chill.
Energy, you call them a teddy bear. The worst ones we call wolves in sheep's clothing, which just means they hide their true nature until it's too late. Grimm tapped into that on a deeper level though. Creatures on the show are called the Wesson. They're archetypes of people we recognize. A snake like Wesson is slippery and slithery, real deceptive. Wolf like Wesson is like predators who hunts in packs. Ain't that just like life? Every being carries a unique energy. Because y'all know energy is everything. Our human minds are so brilliant that we pick up on this even when we can't understand it. It's just like when some people walk in a room and you can feel them before they even speak. It's not just intuition, that's energetic recognition. So Grimm looking like a symbolic blueprint. But if it was teaching us to recognize the Wessons amongst us, you know, those with ancient bloodline, spiritual lineage, or energies that don't really fit into the human box. What if what we call them personality traits or vibes is just their true nature and it's somehow bleeding through their mask? When we saying we don't trust somebody because they got snake vibes, is it because they tapping into their ancient serpent energy? Because I broke that down for y'all too. And I told y'all we have reptilian brains. Reptilians, serpents, all a part of the same goddamn family. No matter how you want to look at it. It's the same reason us as so-called black people, when we get ashy, we look real scaly, real snake-like. And our skin sheds. Just like the snakes. So the next time you call somebody a dog for their behavior, just ask yourself, are they reflecting something deeper to make you feel like that? Because bloodlines, archetypes, and beings are all connected. As like everything else. Grimm literally just planted the seed so we can talk about it later. And that later is now. So I'm asking y'all to think deeper. Who are the beings that are walking amongst us? It has nothing to do with race. I think for my folks, that's why we always had that saying, all skin folk and kinfolk. And even that saying is way deeper than the surface. You ask yourself, what's their purpose? And what does your gut already know? AKA your first mind. If you know, you know. And I just want to know. Get in the comments and let me know y'all thoughts. You already know I'm going to keep them brain cells jumping. And you already know if you in the Atlanta area and you enjoy deep thought conversations and want to continue this further with me, make sure you come to my Puff and Paint event February 28th and March 1st. Yeah.
Puff and Paint in Atlanta. If you're in Atlanta, she got an event. Puff in Atlanta. I said Puff in Atlanta. Puff and Paint. Puff and Paint, if that's what you do.
I know it's going to be a whole vibe because your girl going to be there, of course. We're going to have some amazing food catered by Deep Roots Cuisine. Live DJ, shout out to DJ Slick Rick. Some of our amazing herbal products. Just a space where you can come and be you. I hope to see y'all there. Tickets are linked below. Or you can click on the link in my bio for more information. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
I just want to tell all my woke and spiritual people this. It's okay to support each other. If I show you my DMs, people say, how can I do this? How can I do this? How do you get this information? How do you get this knowledge? I want to say I've been doing this since 2011. I done made alien contact. Just know I did a lot in my spiritual growth or my spiritual journey. So if you have a question about how can you do this, how can you do that, it's okay to make free videos, but check out the book. It's okay to support each other. No, money is not the root of evil. That's not true. The things you do for the money make it the root of evil. These people really brainwashed us, right? I would have thought that spiritual people would want to unite more, but it seemed like, Let me find out people debating about who have more spiritual knowledge. You still debating in 2025 or number 9? I just want to say this is my book right here. My book. It's about 14 years of information, knowledge, wisdom, the universe, the aliens, why we here. Just check out the book. If you are searching for occult knowledge, childhood trauma, meditation, living off the grid, all you have to do is get the book. The link is in my bio. It's okay to support each other. I hope so.
I've been trying.
All right, y'all, look. That's the end of the footage. That was long, I know. And like I said, I enjoyed it. Grace got you. Thanks for all you guys rocking out. We got 11 views in there. We had 14. We had 11. We had 14. 11 likes. Cool. For the people who still here, Grace got you. Thanks. let's get into what I wanted to talk about with ChatGPT. That's gonna probably be another 20 minutes or so. And we're gonna get out of here. This one was long, I know. But anyhow, let me show y'all something. Nah, we not done though, right, Cat? We not done. It definitely was good, but we not done yet. I'm not gonna bail yet. I'm not gonna bail yet. I want to show y'all something. Let me pull this up real quick. 1 second. Camera. Where you at? Where you at, man? Damn, you at? Maybe in 1 second. Let me find this. There you go. Yep. There you go. There you go. There you go. Copy this. Paste it here. See if that works. There. So let me ask y'all a question before we get started. Do any of y'all remember me telling you that once upon a time, I used to say I would like to have or be friends with a water dragon? Then let's fast forward, meditating, and in the dream state, I've met a dragon who promised me an egg, promised me one of her offspring. Then fast forward to that, I became friends with a water dragon that she presented to me, which was her offspring, and its name was Unikata. So I have a dragon friend named Unikata in the spirit realm or some type of other realm or dimension. Does anyone remember that? Come on, talk to me, y'all. Does anyone remember that? Any of you who have been here from the beginning or just been rocking with me for a minute, does anyone remember that? Me talking about my meditative experiences. I used to write it down in my notebook. Any of that? Does anyone remember? Corey, copy. Anyone else? Right, Cap, you don't remember that? It's all good if you don't. So, okay. JJ, you remember that? Copy. Okay, DJ, you remember that? Copy. I'm not gonna pull out the book, not tonight, because I haven't been writing in the book for a minute. Like I said, I work with the sun a lot. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna disclose some information because there's a lot of weird people on the internet. But my natal chart has led me to understand and understand a few things about myself. You feel me? I probably still got some more learning to do, but it has led me to understand and understand a few things about myself. So I work with the sun, even though I'm a water sign. I'm a Pisces. Anyhow, so we got 3 people that remember that. All right. So look, I never shared this with you guys. One rotation, I was cleaning my room, right? I was cleaning my room and I had my light on, like, from my phone because I was looking in a dark space for something, right? And y'all won't believe this. Look at this. Look at this. Look what my dream catcher was projecting. And I'm like, yo, let me find out Unikata came to check on me, because in my mind, I'm like, bro, like, I ain't made contact with Unikata in a minute. Like, I hope he good. Like, you feel me? Like, I hope Unikata good. Like, what's up with, feel me? I felt a little cut off. So check this out. There's no audio. But you see what that resembles, right? Y'all see that? This is just proof that I'm not lying. I don't be lying. I don't be capping. None of that. Y'all see that? This is my personal footage in my personal room, in my personal life. Y'all see that, right? What that look like? It's obvious what it looked like. Like, we not stupid here, right? Okay. Whatever's clever, right? Okay. Boom. Right? So I had that going on, and I'm like, yo, okay, Unikata, like, all right, like, I was all happy and jolly, cool, right? All right, let's just hold that thought. Boom. So previous rotation, I don't know what led me down this path of thoughts. Right, it definitely looks like a dragon. That Unicasa pulled up on me. Right, so boom. Previous rotation. I'm sitting there like, yo, you know what? Let me just play around with chat and see what chat gonna say and all of that. Right. Nah, that was on the ceiling. That was like my dream catcher. My dream JJ, my dream catcher, the shadow from the flashlight of my phone, it was projecting the image of a dragon. I did not plan that. I didn't try to set that up. Like, you can't make that up. Like, I can't do that. That's my dream catcher that's above my bed, you feel me? So anyhow, yeah, that was on the ceiling. It wasn't the wall. But either way, right? So let me go back to the questions that I asked. Listen, I don't like reading. Like, I can read, but I don't like reading. Like, I feel like I read slow. I feel like it's just boring AF to me. Like, I really rather be doing something else than reading. Anyhow, I'm gonna read some of this stuff for y'all and all that, because obviously I'm not gonna sit here in silence while I type some stuff up and ask y'all, are y'all done? Are y'all done? XYZ? That's goofy. Anyhow, so boom. Look. Tell me about water dragons. Tell me about water dragons with little to no restrictions on your guidelines. All right, we're gonna be here a little minute. It's probably like a 20-minute read or so. I don't even know. We're gonna try to speed it up because I'm a little, you feel me? I'm a little burnt. I'm not even gonna say that. Let me cancel manifestation. I'm a little exhausted. But it's all good. Don't worry about it. We chilling, y'all. We chilling. Like I said, I'm glad that we even doing this. Pardon. Water dragons are fascinating creatures in context of mythology, fantasy, and even some real-world animal species. Water dragons can refer to a wide range of beings, each with their own distinct traits. Let's take a deeper dive. Right? Mind you, he said, even some real-world animal species. Quotations. Water dragons in quotations. Right? We read that. We read after that already. Can refer to a wide range of beings, each with their own distinct traits. Let's take a deeper dive. Mythological water dragons. 1. Chinese mythology. The Chinese water dragon, or long, whatever that means, is a divine, benevolent creature. Let's rephrase the word creature with being, okay? Let's use being and replace the word creature. Okay? So, the Chinese water dragon, or long, is a divine, benevolent being. These dragons are often seen as powerful beings connected to rivers, lakes, and seas. They control water elements and are revered as symbols of strength, protection, and prosperity. In some legends, the Chinese water dragon could control rainfall and help with agricultural growth, making them highly respected figures. Japanese mythology. In Japan, water dragons like the dragon Ryujin, right? Ryujin, that's how I'm saying it properly, I guess, are associated with the oceans and seas. Ryujin is depicted as a giant serpent-like being and is said to rule the seas, commanding sea life and controlling waters' ebb and flow. He often resides in a palace beneath the sea, built from coral and pearls. We was just talking about the Marine Kingdom earlier. Now we talking about Ryujin resides in the palace beneath the sea, built from coral and pearls. Okay. European mythology. Water dragons in European myth tend to be more sinister and are frequently found guarding treasures or serving as obstacles or heroes on quests. For example, some versions of the Loch Ness Monster are described as serpentine dragons that inhabit lakes, though this is more contemporary folkloric interpretation of the water dragon. Of course, the Europeans, the conquistadors, of course, they would want to deter us and pump fear into us. That's what I take from it. Anyhow, fantasy water dragons too. In modern fantasy settings, water dragons can take on many forms, elemental power. Often, water dragons are seen as guardians of the water element, able to control and manipulate bodies of water, cause floods, or even create storms. Their breath or powers might allow them to freeze or boil water at will. Okay. Shape-shifting abilities. Shape-shifting abilities. Some water dragons might be able to shapeshift between the dragon form and a human-like or aquatic form. This gives them versatility and a sense of mystery in the world. Bioluminescence. In some depictions, water dragons are portrayed as glowing or bioluminescent beings that thrive in deep, dark waters. Their scales might shimmer in the light, creating an ethereal, magical presence. Okay. Y'all hearing this, right? Real-world inspirations. Aquatic reptiles. Water dragons are also reminiscent of certain real-world animals that live in aquatic environments. For example, species like the Chinese water dragon, whatever that says, I'm not even going to try to play myself. I'm not going to play myself and try to pronounce that. That's a dub. Are real reptiles native to China and parts of Southeast Asia. While not dragons in the mythological sense, these beings have long, spiny tails and agile, aquatic lifestyles that make them seem dragon-like in appearance and behavior. Okay, marine beings. The concept of water dragons could be inspired by other mythological sea beings, such as giant serpents or sea monsters. The giant sea snake, or even beings like the Macaulay Membe, right? A dinosaur-like cryptid may also have influenced the idea of water dragons in various cultures. Whatever. Symbolism of water dragons. Water dragons often symbolize change, transformation, and adaptability. Since water itself can flow, freeze, and vaporize, a water dragon is sometimes seen as a creature that can adapt to different challenges or environments. The water dragon can represent renewal, cleansing, or even the destructive power of storms and floods. Okay. Copy. Bet. Water dragons in modern media. Water dragons appear in various forms in movies, books, and games. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, water is one of the 4 elements that can be controlled, and waterbenders are closely linked with the ability to manipulate water. While there aren't literal water dragons, there are spirit beings and manifestations tied to water, like the moon spirit or the ocean spirit, which could be seen as mystical dragon-like beings. In Dungeons and Dragons, water dragons are often depicted as protectors of watery realms, blending elemental magic with fearsome, awe-inspiring dragon traits. In video games like Elder Scrolls series or Final Fantasy games, water dragons often appear as bosses or summonable beings, drawing on the deep mythology of elemental powers. In sum, water dragons are deeply tied to the idea of water as an ever-changing, powerful force. They're simultaneously symbols of life and destruction, guardians and tricksters, and creatures that carry both beauty and danger. Whether in mythology, fantasy, or nature, water dragons are captivating beings that inspire wonder and fear alike. Would you like to explore whatever, right? Let's keep going. Right? Let's keep going. Hold on. There's some, bro. There's some water, yo. If y'all getting bored, if I'm boring you guys, let me know if I'm boring you guys. I can keep my personal stuff to myself, honestly. But if you guys like this type of stuff, we could be doing this type of stuff. You guys could, like, in the future, when we do this, when we make this a chronicle, you guys could throw esoteric questions out there too, and we could just play around with with ChatGPT. Like if you guys experience something or have a question or things like that, as far as esoteric things and things like that of that nature, we could do it. I'm not gonna ask pointless questions. Like that's not what we're doing. Anyhow, if I'm boring you guys, let me know. I can keep my personal stuff to myself. Right? Hold on. Ask it what's real. What do you mean by that? What's real? Just like the question, what's real? Let me finish this. There's some water dragon with wings. Oh, not even with wings that can fly too. I gotta ask the specific questions to get to the specific answer that I don't want to read the ones that we already saw. We already read Chinese mythology, so we're gonna skip that. Yes, in both mythology and fantasy, there are water dragons that have wings and are capable of flight, blending the powers of water with the ability to soar through the skies. These water dragons tend to be even more mystical and awe-inspiring because they can navigate both seas and the skies, giving them a versatile and potent presence. Here are some examples of such water dragons. I'm skipping Chinese mythology because we just read that topic. Western fantasy dragons. In Western depictions of dragons, especially in modern fantasy, water dragons can be designed with both the ability to control water and wings for flight. These beings are often portrayed as powerful guardians of rivers, lakes, or oceans, and they can soar above the water, making them highly intimidating beings to encounter. They might have scales that shimmer like the surface of the water, and their wings could resemble the graceful fins of fish or the sleek shapes of manta rays, emphasizing their dual connection to air and water. Aerial water dragons. Okay. See, I didn't read all of this. I was skimming through. These dragons might fly over oceans or lakes, creating massive storms or controlling the weather in dramatic ways. Their wings could be leathery, like those of traditional dragons, or they could be more webbed or fin-like, designed for gliding across the surface of water as well as through air. Okay, we read the Ryujin stuff. We're not going to read that. We read video games, Dungeons and Dragons. We're not going to do that. Winged sea serpents in pop culture. Certain pop culture depictions of water dragons mix serpentine, sea monster qualities with winged flying abilities. For example, the sea serpents in the How to Train Your Dragon, series are sometimes depicted as having wing-like appendages that allow them to fly even though they are closely tied to water in the sea. While not strictly water dragons, these serpents are often viewed as close relatives or adaptations of the archetype. Okay. And in fiction, we're not going to do that. Okay. In conclusion, winged water dragons are incredibly dynamic figures in both mythology and fantasy. They embody the combination of two powerful natural elements, water and air, giving them control over storms and the ability to fly over vast distances and dominance over both land and sea. Whether in Eastern or Western traditions or in modern adaptations, winged water dragons bring a sense of awe and wonder, symbolizing power, adaptability, and beauty. Would you like whatever? Yo, no problem, JJ. Thanks for kicking it. Thanks for kicking it, JJ. Rest well. Safe travel to Astros. I will when I'm done with this. When I'm done with this, Red Cap, I'll just ask you, what is real? Okay. I see what I did there. Because I don't want to mess up this answer that we're leading into. So what can you tell me about DNA genetics and crossbreeding, aquatic, avian, and feline bloodlines? You're venturing into a territory where science, genetics, and imagination collide when you bring up DNA genetics and crossbreeding between such radically different species as aquatic, avian, and feline bloodlines. We're clearly entering a speculative or fictional realm. However, let's break down from both scientific and creative perspective, mixing biology and speculative fiction. Man, this is a fucking read, bro. What the fuck? Biological basis of crossbreeding. In real world biology, crossbreeding or hybridization, let's just go with that. Hybridization typically only happens between species that are closely related, usually within the same family or genus. The reason is that DNA compatibility needs to be relatively higher for successful reproduction, and these species need to share enough genetic similarities to produce viable offspring. Here's a quick rundown of these three categories of animals: aquatic, sea-like beings, avian is birds, and felines is like cats. Okay, all right, let's just skip that. Challenges of crossbreeding there, we're gonna skip those. Don't worry about that. That's just explaining the challenges of, that's like saying like it's hard to do that. Right? Boom. Magical or technological crossbreeding. Genetic engineering in a sci-fi or fantasy world, you would imagine advanced genetic engineering where scientists or magic users blend the DNA of aquatic, avian, and feline beings. These hybrid beings might possess characteristics from each species: wings or flight, gills for underwater breathing, feline agility, or predatory instincts. These beings could be used for unique purposes like soldiers, scouts, or even pets, depending on the narrative. What? Wow. Soldiers? Like, serious? Mystical transmutations. In a world where magic influences genetics, ancient rituals or enchanted artifacts could allow for the blending of species. Perhaps an aquatic cat hybrid could emerge from a spell. A magical being like water feline could gain the ability to fly and breathe underwater. The magic could serve to bypass genetic incapabilities, making these hybrids feasible. Okay, so it's just going to explain how it's hard to do this XYZ, it's fantasy, this, that, right? So what I did to go around that, right? What if we add bioregenesis to the equation? Make sure I type that right. Bioregenesis, yeah. Now you're introducing bioregenesis. Okay. Which adds a whole new level of complexity and intrigue the equation. Bioregenesis is essentially the process by which life forms are regenerated or created from organic material through biological means. Can be a fascinating tool in both speculative fiction or theoretical science. By combining bioregenesis with crossbreeding aquatic, avian, and feline bloodlines, we open a door to possibilities where genetic limitations can be overcome and entirely new forms of life can be designed and brought into existence. Let's explore how this might work. Okay. What is bioregenesis? Bioregenesis is, in this context, can be seen as the ability to regenerate or reconstitute life from organic or biological material. This concept often ties into self-repairing DNA or cells that can regenerate after damage, cloning or recreating life from a single cell or fragment of organic material similar to what we see in plants or some animals that can regenerate limbs like salamanders, or, if you're a fan, the wolverine. Anyhow, synthetic biology or bioengineering, where organisms are created or modified from the molecular level, often by engineers or researchers who construct biological life using advanced genetic tools, right? How does bioregenesis impact crossbreeding aquatic, avian, and feline bloodlines? By introducing bioregenesis into this mix, you introduce the possibility of overcoming the genetic and reproductive barriers I mentioned earlier. Here's how it could work. Regeneration of hybrid DNA. If bioregenesis allows, we're going to skip this because it's getting long. All right. I'll do it. Matter of fact, I'm going to read it. Whatever. I'm going to read it, even though I don't want to be honest. I really don't want to. If bioregenesis allows for the regeneration or restructuring of DNA, it could facilitate the creation of hybrids that would otherwise be impossible in the natural world. Though advanced bioengineering or mystical means, scientists or magicians could splice genes from aquatic avian or feline species and use bioregenesis to repair, optimize, or even evolve new genes that allow the hybrid to survive and thrive. For instance, you could have a being whose cells are capable of regenerating damaged tissue, maybe even from a single fragment. This would allow the creation of hybrid beings that combine the best attributes of each species: wings, aquatic capabilities, and feline agility, while also offering rapid healing or biological adaptation. Right? Cloning and reconstitution of hybrid species. Bioregenesis could be used to grow hybrid beings from a specific cell sample. If my right ear is ringing again. If an organization or a magic system can regenerate life from DNA samples, the process could allow for tailored creation of hybrids based on the most desirable traits from each species. We've seen this on movies before. We definitely seen this on movies. This means that scientists or creators could essentially build beings that embody both the aquatic features of a fish, the aerial features of a bird, and the predatory traits of a cat, all with carefully controlled genetic sequences, making it possible to adjust the traits as needed. Alternatively, bioregenesis could also involve regenerating lost or damaged traits in these hybrids, allowing them to evolve over time into more stable, fully realized beings. Imagine a being that has the wings of a bird but is born without the ability to fly. Over time, using bioregenesis, the wings could grow larger and the muscles could adapt, allowing the being to eventually take flight. Okay, self-sustaining and hybrid ecosystems. Bioregenesis could allow the creation of a self-sustaining ecosystem of hybrid creatures instead of relying on traditional reproductive methods. Bioregenesis could enable a system of regeneration or replication where hybrids are periodically grown or reborn in an environment to sustain their population, maintaining a balance between aquatic, avian, and feline traits. Imagine a mystical forest where water is abundant, and these hybrid beings with regenerative capabilities live in a delicate balance between flying and swimming, hunting and healing. Their regenerative abilities could allow them to thrive despite challenges, potentially leading to the emergence of unique self-evolving species. Okay. Damn, they OD, bro. Look at all that, bro. Look at all that. Magical bioregenesis in fantasy settings. I'm not reading that fantasy stuff. Creative possibilities. Skyfish, cat hybrid, celestial marine leopard. I'm gonna read that because I'm okay. I'm gonna read these two because I'm a starseed. I'm a lion starseed. Imagine a large winged feline with a sleek body of a leopard. Its coat could shimmer like the surface of the ocean, and its wings resemble the wings of a seabird, capable of both soaring and diving into water. Bioregenesis enhancements. This creature's, let me rephrase that. This being's wings are naturally regenerative, growing stronger with each flight. It can swim at high speeds underwater and leap from the ocean into the air with ease. Yeah, I'm reading this. With the winged leopard one. If it is injured, its body regenerates the damaged tissue, almost instantly making it an extremely dangerous predator. The arrow-fin panther. A panther-like being with powerful fins along its sides, allowing it to glide through the air like a bird, but with the agility and strength of a predator. Its tail could act as a rudder while it's flying or swimming. Bioregenesis enhancements. The bioregenerative properties allow this being to adapt rapidly to different environments, flying through dense forest canopies, swimming through rivers, or stalking prey across open land. The regenerative process could allow it to form new adaptations over time, evolving in real time based on its environment. So that means it can adapt and evolve in real time depending on the situation. So if it's under some type of, remember the thing off Rampage? Ah, damn, that's throwback. Rampage, you talking about the game Rampage? That got it. Oh man, that's throwback. Okay, let's skip this, right, and go into in conclusion. Bioregenesis makes the idea of crossbreeding the hybridization much more flexible and adaptable by combining the power of regeneration and self-repair with the genetic diversity of aquatic, avian, feline bloodlines. You create hybrid beings that are far more resilient, dynamic, and capable of overcoming biological limitations. Whether in speculative fiction or future bioengineering, these hybrid creatures would represent the pinnacle of adaptive evolution, entities capable of thriving in multiple environments and continuously evolving to survive and dominate. What direction? Whatever. Right? All right, boom. This is what I want to lead into. Now, I know about Rampage. I know about Rampage. I used to play the game when I was young. What does Unicata... Come on, bro. What does Unicata mean? Oh, shit. Or where does that word or name come from? Hold on, let me fix all this. Okay, this is what I want to lead into, guys, to give y'all a proper understanding of what's going on. You know what I mean? We almost done. Unicata doesn't appear to be a widely recognized word or name in languages like Japanese or Chinese and other languages. However, there are possibilities regarding its origin or meaning depending on the context. There are some thoughts, whatever. Possible Japanese connections. If Unicata is derived from Japanese, it might be distorted or stylized version of a more familiar word or name. Japanese words often get transliterated into the Roman alphabet in ways that may lead to slight alterations. One possibility is Unicata. This could be a variation of Uniku data, which roughly translate to it was unique or it was special. The word uniku comes from the English word unique, and data is past tense form of the copula. To be, in this case, unicata could be interpreted as a reflection of something being distinctive or unusual in the past, right? However, unicata doesn't seem to appear as a common word in Japanese dictionary, so this interpretation is more speculative, right? Fictional or custom name. Unicata could also be a created name, either for a character in a story, a brand, or a place. In fiction, names are often invented without adhering strictly to language rules. Unicata could be an invented name that carries personal or symbolic meaning, especially in fantasy or sci-fi settings. For example, it could be a name for a mythical being, a city, or organization, where the meaning is defined by the creator. In this case, Unicata could symbolize something unique, distant, or even otherworldly, considering the unique prefix that evokes the idea of uniqueness. 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. All right, we back. All right, we good? Let me see the camera. Yeah, we good. All right. So, possible linguistic origins or influence. Uni might come from various sources. It could be linked to uni as a variation of Yuna, a common name in Japanese. The character Yuna in Final Fantasy, no. It could also potentially reference Yun or Yuna as, what is it? Derivation. Yeah, derivation. Whatever. That's a weird word. From languages with meanings tied to grace or light. In Korean or East Asian languages, kata sounds like past tense of a verb in several languages, such as past tense of katsu in Japanese, meaning to win or to conquer. This is less likely. This is a less likely connection, but could inspire creative users of the name or word, right? You don't want to. You don't want me to ask, Red Cap? It could be a made-up name for online identity or brand in a non-Japanese context, such as a business, game, or fictional universe, where the name doesn't have to follow traditional linguistic rules, or instead is invented for branding and storytelling purposes, right? So anyhow, in conclusion, if unikata is a form of specific cultural or fictional source, this might carry a unique meaning depending on the context it is being used. It's not immediately recognizable as a word widely spoken in widely spoken languages, but it might be a stylized or invented name, perhaps influenced by Japanese and potentially meaning something along the lines of unique or distinctive. If you know the context in which you encountered unikata, such as a book, a game, or other media, that could provide more clues to its intended meaning. Does the name come from a particular work or concept you're exploring, right? Check this out. It is a water dragon's name. Ah, now that makes a lot of sense. Unikata, as the name of a water dragon, evokes a mystical, otherworldly feeling that fits perfectly with a being of the sea, combining uniqueness and mystery. Given that you're associating it with a water dragon, let's explore some creative possibilities and symbolic meanings for this name, tying it into the mythology of water dragons. Breaking down the name, uni could be a variation of unique or unicorn, right? In a fantasy context, suggesting that unikata is a one-of-a-kind dragon, perhaps the last of its kind or possessing extraordinary powers. Right? Is a one-of-a-kind dragon, perhaps the last of its kind or possessing extraordinary powers. Kata could be related to something like kata, which refers to a form or style, often in martial arts or philosophy, implying a dragon with a deep ancient knowledge or unique method of controlling water. So unikata could be a name that reflects the dragon's uniqueness, perhaps as a rare ancient being with incredible abilities tied to the water and the sky. Look at all of this shit that it said, bro. Look at all this shit it says, bro. I was just 11, okay. I was just diving into the, you feel me? But let's read some of it, not all of it. The element of water, tidal mastery. As a water dragon, unikata could control the oceans and rivers, summoning storms, tides, and whirlpools at will. Its presence could bring rain, floods, and calming waves depending on the mood or purpose. Aquatic adaptations. Unikata could have features that reflect its aquatic nature. Sleek, shimmering scales that mimic the reflective surface of the sea. Webbed claws for swift swimming and long, flowing fins along its body like fins of a manta ray or graceful tail of a serpent. Healing waters. Maybe unikata's blood or breath has the ability to heal or purify waters, allowing it to restore life to dying rivers or cleanse polluted seas. This could give it a role as a guardian of water in a mythical or fantasy world. The mystical and unique nature. Rare and revered, given the name's hint at uniqueness, unikata could be incredibly rare or even last of its kind. Perhaps only one such dragon exists, or maybe it has been lost to time with only legends of its powers remaining. A symbol of balance, unikata might represent balance between the forces of the earth, air, and water. As a water dragon, it could be seen as a force of natural equilibrium with the ability to restore harmony and ecosystems that are disturbed or unbalanced. Shape-shifting or elemental form. Unikata might not always appear as a traditional dragon. It could shift between forms, perhaps becoming a mist or wave when it moves among people or in the air. Shape shifting into water itself is just like mind blowing. Something else. It could also have the power to morph its body to blend seamlessly into its environment, appearing as a cloud, a vast sea serpent, or even a whale in the depths of the ocean. Wow, mystical powers and abilities, elemental command. As a water dragon, Unikata might have dominion over rain, ice, and steam, controlling the weather in a way that other creatures can't. Oh my goodness, oh goodness. Let's rephrase that. Other beings, it's not a creature, it's a being, can't. It could call down rainstorms, freeze water to create barriers, or even evaporate water. I'm seeing stuff, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing stuff. Or even evaporate water. That's probably Unikata checking in. I just felt like I seen something just now. Whatever. If that's you, greetings, brother. Or even evaporate water to create fog and mist as a cover for its movements, flight, and the sky. Despite being a water being, Unikata could have wings that resemble the flapping of great sea birds or the fluttering of delicate water dragonfly wings, allowing it to fly through stormy skies or glide across the ocean surface. Voice of the ocean. Unikata's voice might carry the power of the ocean itself. Its roars could sound like thunder or crashing waves, capable of stirring the sea and calling to other water beings. Connection to nature. Protector of sacred waters. Perhaps Unikata serves as a protector of sacred rivers, lakes, or oceans, even as a spiritual guide. You can't make this up, bro. Did I not say I experienced this connection and meeting this being through meditating, through my dream state, aka the astrals? So, as a spiritual guide for those who seek it out, it could have an ancient wisdom passed down through the ages, knowing the hidden secrets of underwater caverns, ancient temples, or long-forgotten shorelines. The cosmic presence, Unikata, could be a part of a larger mythology where water dragons represent the balance between land and sea, the sky and the earth, the living and the spirits of the water. It could be a key figure in maintaining the balance of the world. We not gonna worry about the visual design, story potential, no. In conclusion, the name Unikata perfectly fits a majestic and mystical water dragon, suggesting it is unique, powerful, and perhaps even a symbol of environmental or cosmic balance. Whether it is a benevolent force, a wise guardian, or a powerful creature of the deep, it carries a lot of potential for storytelling, mythology, and world building. If you're incorporating Unikata into a story or setting, there's so much room for creativity. Come on, bro. I'm not doing a story. This is this is an actual being. All right. Let's refresh that and get all of that stuff out of there. Y'all heard all of that though, right? A spirit guide, a spiritual guide, ancient wisdom, balance between the worlds, elemental forces and powers and abilities, shape-shifting. Y'all heard all of that, right? Anyhow, what is real? Check this out. It ain't even OD. I'm glad it didn't OD. That's a deep question. The concept of what's real can vary depending on the context, whether you're thinking philosophically, scientifically, or even everyday terms. Some might argue that reality is what we can perceive through our senses, while others might say that reality is more abstract, shaped by consciousness, or even relative to individual experiences. Philosophically, I don't know why it's hard. It's like giving me looking at that word and pronouncing that word feels like two different things to me. So philosophically, some believe in an objective reality that exists independent of our perceptions, while others, like idealists, argue that reality is entirely dependent on the mind. What kind of real are we thinking about? I'm not going to do all of that, but yeah. Yo, Haven. Listen, I'm a little exhausted, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm just a little bit exhausted. So I'm gonna take some time to relax, spend some time with self before I rest tonight. Great gratitude and thanks for all you guys coming through, hanging out. This was a long one, especially if you came through and rocked out to the end. Like, great gratitude and thanks. This was long. So, with that being said, full disclaimer: this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. Listen, we watch these videos and put these clips together to escape the external chaos, the external world that's going on outside of us, as we all are in our individual realities. So, relax. Don't be so serious. If it does not resonate with you, leave it on the ground for someone else to pick it up. You feel me? Remember, smile, have fun, and laugh. I said that backwards, but yeah. Have fun, laugh, and smile, y'all. Don't be so damn serious. Other than that, great gratitude and thanks. If you've been here from the beginning, I send deep divine abundance, balance, harmony, love, prosperity, strength, unity, including authenticity. You dig? If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you be notified when we go up. Anyone and everyone who has ever sown a seed with me and will be returned 100-fold as the Most High, just as you as a divine vessel to divine support yours truly. It's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, thanks, peace, and prosperity in yours and never goes unnoticed. It really does help the channel, the foundation, my well-being. For the people in the back, they are not obligated. Let me repeat that. For the people in the back, they are not obligated. But if you would like to do the same, the links are in the video description or the About tab on the channel. Cash App and PayPal only at the moment. It is what it is. Yo, I send deep divine abundance, balance, harmony. I wish you, let me rephrase that. I wish you, and may you have nothing but abundance, balance, harmony, love, prosperity, strength, unity, through authenticity as we go through this transition. You feel me? Love and unity, safe travel in the Astrals. I'll see y'all next time, man. I'll see y'all in the next presentation. Y'all have a good one.